Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. Uncensored Minds Reloaded, episode 142, coming at you. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope that everyone has had an amazing weekend. You know how we do. We like to get it in, some time with our family, our friends, our loved ones. Hope you got some good eats in, a couple of drinks in, just to enjoy life just a little bit before we start the week yet again tomorrow morning. But we are here. Make sure that everyone gives us a thumbs up. Make sure you like the video. Make sure to also share if you have not. It sends the algorithms crazy, and we thank you for all of your support. Shout out to all the members that are in the chat. I see everybody checking in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure if you do not have any of the updated Uncensored Minds merch to go and grab it. I am adorning the Top Fan Uncensored Minds shirt this evening. I mean, it's intimate conversations. It's make it make sense with Nell. You know, you can always grab a Raw Honey shirt over this way. We got you. Make sure you get your merch. Also, those memberships are still available. If you have any questions about that, please hit up one of the crew and we will be sure to guide you and point you in the right direction. But we are about to get episode 142 on and popping. Tonight it's the Erotic Zone with E, so y'all already know what that's going to be about. Again, welcome. Nell, where you at? Where you at, homie?
Mhm.
What's up?
Good evening to everybody. Welcome to episode 142. Hopefully everybody has had a beautiful weekend. Um, Actually, a beautiful week, which culminated into having a great weekend. I know a number of states have been under extreme heat advisories. So hopefully everybody is doing well in this heat. Hopefully everybody is coping well. And if you know any elderly people or shut in, make sure we check on them because this is around the time when we hear about people dying, elderly people dying because of the heat and not having adequate um, AC systems and things like that. So let's make sure we're checking on our elderly folk, and that's going to take us right into the icebreaker question of today. It's the heat wave. How did you handle the heat as a kid, Ish? Did you have AC or did you have a fan? Uh, did you have to go in your parents' room or were you outside still playing? How did you cope?
Listen, we all know sugar melts, right? Sugar melts. So we know where I was at. I was
Okay,
under the air. I
AC?
was cooling and chilling until the sun went down. Then I go out and see everybody. I was not one of those little kids that was up running up and down the street in the heat of the day, sweating, getting dirty, dripping. Nope, wasn't me. So yeah, I definitely kept my tail in the house. I had air. I was a little brat. So I definitely had my own air. I didn't have to go into my room and hog hers. Um, but yeah, I did real well in the heat, honey. I stayed right under the air. Not out there for me. Nope. How about you?
As a kid, as a young kid, we had box fans in the window. It wasn't until like our teenage years, and as a kid, you don't know nothing. You just know it's hot and whatever. As a teen, that's when they put air conditioners in our window in our room. And the reason why is because we was young. We was at nighttime. We would go to my mom and dad room and sleep on the floor, put our little pillows and blankets on the floor, and the four of us would be in the room, chilling under the AC or whatever. But as we got older, and understood what hell goes on and the beds in there in the room. We had to be in our own rooms, and that's understandable at a certain age. So, shout outs to mom and dad for making sure that we had adequate AC. Also, when you're a kid, you don't care about what's going on out the heat. You just want to go outside and play. So we played all day and all night, and until it was time to go in, and didn't care about how hot it was because we either had the pool at Myers or the water plug on the corner of the block, or the hose or whatever. But we made
Mhm.
it. We made it work.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Okay, I'll take that back. The only time I did come outside is when the water plug was on,
Okay.
or if I was getting wet under the hose. I didn't go swimming too often because my mom didn't let me venture out to the pools too much. So I wasn't really able to indulge in, like, the pools or whatever. But the water plug was definitely my shot.
So
Yeah.
Tara said under the fan in the window, we would go out during sundown and open our hydrants. Absolutely, absolutely. I wasn't able to go out and I wasn't able to stay out until past sundown until like maybe about 14, 15, well, 16, 17, somewhere about 14, 15 or whatever. We couldn't venture too far, away from the steps. But the good thing about Redfield Street, as we always talk about, is everybody was right there. So, we didn't really more or less go too far unless we was going to Myers to play ball or, when we did get of age, like 16, 17, 18, we was going to the movies or whatever. But times has changed and things is different now. So, you know, it's crazy out there.
Mm-hmm.
Helen said, I'm in the house until sunsets.
Fix, Helen. Fix.
um,
If no water was involved, nope.
Juanita said as a kid, she spent the summers at her grandmother's house and she only had a box fan and didn't mind the heat. I lived outside. Yeah, as a kid, you don't mind too much.
Mm-hmm.
I was out. Sarah said I was outside and we had fans and air conditioners. Shout outs to the air conditioner. I don't know what I would do now if I had to live with a box fan. I probably would die. I probably would.
Right.
Um, um, Rhonda said she was in the house. She didn't do heat. So shout outs to those that stayed in. Ish, let me ask you a question, Ish.
Yeah.
Is it because why didn't you go up? Is it the light skin syndrome? Is it because I was just too pretty and too cute to be out there sweating out my
Listen,
sperm? What was
I told you, I said sugar melts. I was too sweet to be out in the heat. Too sweet to be out in heat. No, no, seriously though. Even though I'm a summer baby, like I really hate sweat. Like that is something that just skeeves me out. I don't like the feeling of it. So when I'm outside and I'm sweating, like, yeah, I'll do it for a little bit. And I have done it, obviously, even when the sun go down, it's still hot a lot of the times. So I just don't like sweat. So therefore I would be running back and forth in the house, trying to wash up, take a shower or whatever, just to kind of dry my skin off when I'm outside. So that's pretty much the main reason why I didn't really go out before sunset.
Ellen said we didn't have air in our house growing up, so just fans, no luxuries there.
Mhm.
I could dig it. Tara says now I can't do fans. AC has been my best friend these past months. Absolutely, it's been terrible if you don't have adequate AC systems. Um, Diana said, as a child, I don't think it was this hot. It was this hot. It's just that we didn't care. It seems like our senses get heightened as we get older, meaning like our tolerance levels for certain things just go out the window.
Mhm.
Things that we deal with as kids, we just typically don't deal with as when we get older, just because or whatever. So that's what it could be. But it was probably hot then as it is now.
Mm-hmm. Rhonda, me too. My nose would bleed at the drop of a dime. Not just for heat, but the dry heat would definitely do it. But for some reason, my nose was just very sensitive to the air. So I would do the same thing, Rhonda.
Juanita Ish talking to you. She said Ish.
That facts. Only for a good reason now. I ain't complaining about that kind of sweat, Juanita. Most definitely. I'll lick that sweat and all, okay? But as a kid, I wasn't feeling it. Before I was fucking.
So that was our icebreaker question of the day. Hopefully, again, everybody is staying safe in this heat. I know we talked about this in detail a couple of shows ago, talking about how this show right here was supposed to be our show that we got together. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling good this week. My head has been killing me for the past 4 days. Um, and it was just imperative that I just be in my own space right now. Um, so we're gonna make it make sense, Rose. I know we've been working the past 2 weeks on our setup for when we do come together, and tonight was supposed to be that night, but unfortunately, I'm just not with it this evening. So we wasn't able to get together, but you will see us together next weekend. Promise. We got to set up this together this Thursday. It's gonna look magnificent when we come together, and you can come to expect us to be together. So I just wanted to give a brief background on why you still see us in these boxes and not next to each other, or as we said before, on top of each other.
Yes, yes.
Let's get into our entertainment quick spin. Jess Hilarious, and this is a topic that has been everywhere in the news lately, and this is a pressing issue that seems to have everyone talking. And it started with Jess Hilarious defending women, and what she's defending women against is actually trans women. And trans women said real women are not the gatekeepers of womanhood. So I'm gonna turn it over to our real woman on this set. Ish, what's popping? What you got
I
going?
Yo, listen, I hate that we even have to have a discussion such as this. I hate that Just Hilarious even had to speak up for us women on behalf of this. Like to even um and before, let me just make a little disclaimer, right? I know that this topic, the transgender community, the LGBTQIA community, you know,
Hold up, hold up,
they
hold up.
have hmm,
You said
the
L.
LGBTQ, and then they added IA.
How many more
Um,
letters is going to be?
I know. But
All
I
right.
know that they are a big community. I know that, I have members of my family who is a part of that community. I have close friends that is a part of that community. So I wholeheartedly support everyone in their decision making as far as what they choose to be in their lives, right? So I will make that disclaimer. My personal opinion about certain things and certain topics such as these don't affect how I feel overall about the community itself. I can appreciate someone who is true to themselves, no matter what it may be, and no matter how others may choose to feel about it. However, this specific situation that Jess Hilarious is speaking on is fucked up that she even has to defend something that was God given to us. And no, we're not gatekeepers of something that the Lord has given us to uh re to have children and to give birth, and what makes us and sets us aside from being a man. You understand? So for a trans individual, for a trans woman to say that we are gatekeepers of something, like, come on, Jess said it correctly. Like, what the frick are you talking about? For real. Because how are we gatekeeping something that was God given to us? So I can't hop on what the trans woman was saying. Um, and I don't agree whatsoever. I don't feel like we are running around saying, hey, oh, we just love to have periods. Oh, we just these are ours. You can't have. Basically, what is being said is you have to stay in your lane. Yes, you want to be a woman, you want to look like a woman. However, there are certain things that you just cannot have. Period. You just can't have them. So it's not gatekeeping. It's not trying to hone it for ourselves. It's not to take anything from you. It is what it is. And so simmer down, relax a little bit. Let Jess speak her mind. Ain't no culture canceling and all of that stuff. I hate when people want to do that just because somebody has an opinion that differs from everybody else. Like, I ain't with it. And I stand behind Jess. I'm glad she spoke up and I'm glad she said something. And we'll see what it develops into even more and more, because they can't stop talking about it now. What's
Now,
your thoughts on it?
just to give you just to give everyone who may have not have seen this, a disclaimer on what we're talking about is on Sunday, July 23rd, transgender TV personality and actress and LGBTQIA activist T.S. Madison and comedian and actor Jess Hilarious got into a heated debate after a trans TikToker claimed that cisgendered women don't own periods or womanhood. And after much backlash on both sides, T.S. Madison is said to be doubling down and having nothing but love for all women, trans, and etc. Jess Hilarious took to her Instagram and reacted with a video, you know, and she said this. These are her words. Who the F is going to stand up for us? Who the F stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? The only difference is you don't have a straight jacket on. Just continue with stop talking out your effing ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We are the only ones that fucking bleed every month. We're the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. How y'all come from us, y'all can't be us. You will never, you're chasing something that you will never ever get to be.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, I agree.
I agree.
Um,
100%.
and the reason why I agree is because a transgender woman is a man who is transitioning to try to be a woman,
Mm-hmm.
to look and be a woman. So, in the grand scheme of things, you're not that. So,
Exactly.
the only ones who can have a be a gatekeeper to anything is the ones who are living that real truth, who are women.
Facts.
A
And you're
trans
going through all of
a transgendered woman will never ever be able to have babies
facts.
on their own, I should say. Let's keep that. Let's say that because y'all can adopt, y'all
Mm-hmm.
can use a surrogate, and then but you'll
Mm-hmm.
never be able to carry a baby. You'll never be able to experience a period.
Right.
You'll never know what that feels like or is. So, who are you to tell them that they are not that?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah. So, Lady B, cis just in plain simple terms just means natural born woman, biological woman. That's what it means. It's a short term. It's a longer, I believe, a Latin term. I don't know it offhand, but it just means biological woman, natural woman. But yeah, like I don't even know why there is a conversation from that individual period about that. Like even if you go through the changes, the surgery, the procedures to be a woman, whatever the case may be, hormones, boobs, vagina, removal of your penis, whatever, a period and giving birth is not something that you can do. So why are you even opening your mouth to speak on such and to try to chastise a woman who was given these rights about what it is that she says and she does? I don't understand it.
Absolutely. Helen said it. Doom. So they get them surgeries and stuff. Bodies alteration. Just that altered, not real. Absolutely. I just think just certain things just should just be left alone. It's just certain things that doesn't even need um, public discourse, right? And that's one of the things. It's just like, why are we even having a debate on what a real woman is or what a real woman experiences? I just don't,
Wow.
and I'm speechless. And typically I ain't speechless, but this leaves me speechless. It leaves me to to wonder where are we headed in this world? Like where it lends itself to a Bible verse. And I know I'm not the most religious person on this panel or in this world, but the Bible speaks of the times ending when you see things like this being the norm. So we are in the last days. It's,
Mhm.
anything else on this topic, Ish? Because this has been a topic that has been in the news or in the socials for a
Mhm.
couple of days now, and it's not going away because you have
Mhm.
people that is coming to the defense of Jess Hilarious and saying, "Yo, we're not canceling her. How you going to cancel
Right.
her for having views on what it is to be a woman?"
Facts.
This
Facts.
gender community who was lobbying for her to be banned because they don't align with their way of thinking. Their,
Right. Yeah, my final thoughts is cut the shit.
I'm sure
Cut the shit.
any woman with a period would love to donate their period to them.
Facts.
with it, right? And I
Yes.
never had one, and I know it ain't no walk in the park.
Hmm.
So shout outs to all the real women out there. We love and appreciate y'all, and go something that goes back to Jess Hilarious's point. We come y'all, so how could we even act like y'all ain't the real deal? Shout outs to all the
Hmm.
and all those that whatever. Whatever you associate yourself with, shout outs to y'all. I mean, I don't know.
Facts.
All right, we're gonna go into another topic. LeBron James. Bronny James is the son of LeBron James. And why is this so significant on Make It Make Sense? I mean, Uncensored Minds, got to make it make sense. Is Bronny James, at the age of 18, suffered a cardiac arrest at his USC basketball practice. How will this affect his future NBA dreams? If you don't know what a cardiac arrest is, it's a heart attack.
Mhm.
Young Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest this past week. And many are saying, some doctors that they talked to were saying this may derail his NBA future. And others are saying, oh, it's just him going too hard in practice. And as long as he doesn't have a heart condition, and this was just a minor heart attack, that he will be okay. We've seen other NBA or prospects that may have had issues such as this. One comes to mind, Royce O'Neal. And why I bring his name up is somebody who had aspirations of being drafted in the NBA, but through his combine, his workout, and his physical, they discovered something wrong with his heart, which derailed his NBA career. Days before, weeks leading up to the draft.
Mhm.
Unfortunate. But we've seen another young man who, just finished his college season and actually was subsequently drafted into the NBA. Who had a heart attack, but didn't have a heart condition. So, Ish, as a mother, you're getting a phone call.
Mhm.
Your son, 18-year-old son, is at practice. He's on his way to the hospital because he had a heart attack. What's thoughts going through your mind?
Oh yeah, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Like I honestly was freaking out, and I know two different sports, but the whole uh, uh Damar Hamlin from the Buffalo Bills, his incident on the field, but they're both young athletes, and I freaked out, and I don't know them, period. But when I saw the news of Bronny, um, it touched me, man. Listen, like you don't ever want to see just young athletes possibly being ripped of their career. And I know his case is still unfolding in regards to exactly what happened and what he will be facing moving forward. But we can just only hope that it is not career ending, and that he is able to fully recover and get back to what it is that he loves to do and follow in the footsteps of his father. And we can just send those prayers up. If it was me and my kid, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. But that's got to be tough for parents and family close to Bronny. So we continue to keep him in prayer.
Absolutely. One good thing that we will say is he has been, released, and he's been spotted out with his father and his family, which is a great sign. But going forward, I know this has to be a scary situation for all involved, your parents, but then also him, um, being the one who it happened to. So that goes into your mind, and now it's like, damn, what I did, I can't do that as hard as I want, as I could, because what happens to me again. So I'm sure, you know, he has to, even if he's medically cleared, emotionally and mentally, this has to be somewhat of a challenge for him. But he's young, he's talented, and he has a great support system behind him. So we'll see him on a basketball court in the near future. And again, our prayers go out to him. It's unfortunate that we don't have Game 7, because I know the fellas over there at Game 7, the best sports show out there, would have had so much to say about this. But season 2 is coming up real soon, and I know y'all been clamoring and been asking about that. So, you know what I mean? Once season 2 comes up, again, make sure y'all go out there and support Game 7. And topics like this would have been on Game 7. So shout outs to my guys over there at Game 7, Mike and T. You know what I mean? Best sports show out there.
Mhm.
But
And
again,
you're going with 60 seconds is about to start again too. I see you with this Cowboys hat on, and
it,
it's like sending me
you
just a
see it?
tad bit, just
You
a
see it?
just a tad. When I first saw it, I was just a little. I
You
felt a
cringe?
little something in my stomach, and
You
it's like a little
cringe?
burn. Yeah, just a tad,
It's
just a
okay.
tad.
It's okay because the season gonna be starting soon. We can put a little wager on the bet. On the
Yes,
Eagles, my Cowboys. Let's make it happen.
let's
Hey,
happen.
what's up? Say you gotta make it.
Hey T, make it make sense.
Can
I
you
can't
can
see
you tell?
myself.
Can you
I
make it?
ain't get the memo.
Can you make it make sense on why we not together?
Yeah, I ain't get the memo.
Nigga, that's on your fault. It's your fault, dog. What's cracking, man? How's everybody doing, man? Make sure y'all like and share the video.
So before
Welcome to the world's best conversation. What's up?
so before we move on, let's talk about it real quick because I want you to jump into this conversation because this would have been a topic that would have been on Game 7. What's your thoughts about Bronny? Where you think his future? What you think his future holds for him after this setback right here? Do you even think as a future?
I thought Bronny was gonna be cool, but then I started doing some more research into the situation, and I seen what happened with Shaq's son. So Shaq's son was a promising NBA prospect, and now he's like, first of all, his parents don't want him to play anymore, but he's still playing on his own accord because he's of age to make his own decisions. But he went from being an NBA prospect to now he's like playing in like maybe like the G League, like some little bit of overseas. But for the most part, his NBA dreams are probably over.
Okay.
So that's Shaq's son. So we
Yes.
don't know the extent of Bronny's heart condition or if that was just like a fluke thing.
Okay.
But we'll see, how it plays out.
Another question I got in regards to that is because if you know, you know, LeBron went on record saying he wants to play with his son.
Right.
Wherever his son is, he's going to follow. So, do you think an NBA team will take a shot on a Bronny just because they know that LeBron comes with that?
Facts. Just because of the money, just because of the money aspect, they'll do it. But they'll do it in a way where as though like they won't play him.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that happening. You know, the
Right.
NBA real tricky where they'll get him to get LeBron to
Right.
sell
And
tickets,
then he'll be on the
make a
bench.
whole ton of money, put LeBron on the floor, and sparingly play his son.
Right. Right. So they'll do it in that way, in a business way. But as far as him, like that's still like heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to monitor his health like very seriously, and they have to like. I would advise them to get like 4 or 5 opinions, which they probably are because it's LeBron James. So I would advise them to get like 4 or 5 opinions, but I would still tell him to like take it easy on rushing, getting back, because I don't even think he has to play like this much of his first college season. I would like tell him to take probably like half the season off just to make sure that this is a clear path.
So would you tell him? Would you tell him to pull a Kyrie? How Kyrie played was it 6 games in his collegiate career, and
Fact.
back on the floor and still was drafted.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that would be
I think the hype around him is going to get him drafted just because of who he is and what his association is to LeBron. Hopefully he makes a full recovery, and we want to see people chase their dreams. We never want to see, nobody dreams is derailed. Something, especially something like this.
Mm.
But shout outs to the James family.
Yeah, Helen. It's not, money is no option for the James family, but money is the only option for the NBA.
Yeah.
That's all the NBA cares about.
Yeah.
Facts.
And so and believe it or not, people revere LeBron, but he's socially conscious of his image as well.
Right.
He has a brand, and his brand will be followed by his 2 sons. They both have, aspirations of playing in the NBA, and they both look like they probably at before this cardiac arrest or this injury right here were both destined to be both NBA players.
Right.
Don't know to the level of which if they would have been stars or not or superstars, but they both would have been on some type of NBA roster. And I'm sure LeBron was staying around another year to see Ronnie play, and probably even in 2 or 3 years when Bryce gets there. So hopefully the dreams of them playing together comes true, and they do it at a high level and healthy.
Facts. Take your
Next,
time, though, Bronny.
next. Um, this is a topic near and dear to the hearts of the three of us right here. This is our city, West Philadelphia. Part of our city is West Philadelphia, and their juvenile detention center is so overcrowded that kids are now having to sleep on the floor. My first question is, do we care? And my second question would be, how can we fix it? And the reason why I say, do we care, is because they are in a juvenile detention center for doing something, committing a crime, or doing something that got them there. So do we care that they are forced to be on the floor? And if so, what do we do about it to help?
Yes, we do care now. because all their circumstances are not of that of like real crazy crimes. They could have been defending themselves, and they just happen to be get sent to a juvenile center. That happens, and that also happens like with kids that are like parentless, like abandoned and shit like that. They also get sent to juvenile centers. Like whenever they have any little issue, they'll just send them to a juvenile center, but they don't know that at home they don't have a home, and this is why they're acting out. So there's a lot of different variables in it, but I do want to say that them having to sleep on the floor is out of control, but the problem does start at home of keeping them out of the juvenile center. So my question is, what are people doing with their kids? Like, why are you not watching your kids? And I know this may be harsh to say, but when did abortions go out of style? Because if y'all didn't want to watch these kids, stop having all these kids that you can't either take care of financially, or even if you can take care of financially, now you're at work all the time. And you might still be suffering from your own issues, so you're not even fit to be a parent right now. So how about we start right there?
Well, first let's mention that the prison system itself, the adult and the juvenile prison system itself, they both have these overcrowding issues. They both have inhumane conditions, widespread across the city. If we talk about infestation of insects and bugs, if we talk about lack of heat or lack of air, if we talk about the food and the maggots that's in the food that they have to eat, if we talk about lack of supplies, if we talk about like it's widespread, and the overcrowding is even more widespread. This is where bail reform needs to really come into play just a tad bit more, and those laws need to start passing, because basically what's happening in the overcrowding is that there's people that sitting in there for $100 bail. There's children in the juvenile justice center who can't get out simply because, like T said, they do not have anyone to go home to.
Right.
So therefore, when they're at those detention hearings, they typically they are to be released to a parent or a guardian. Well, if they don't have a parent or a guardian, they are ward of the state at that point in time. So they have no choice but to remain there at the juvenile justice center. So, it's a lot that needs to be done in regards to bail reform for a change to take place. It's not going to happen in any other area or aspect until the bail reform gets pushed the way that it should be, and it can be corrected. But until then, it's not going to happen.
All right, hold on, Ish. So, because you're a parent, let's say, what if your son is in this juvenile center and they make him sleep on the floor? How are you handling this?
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? If he's not being released to me, right, that means he did something that is so
hold
wrong.
On, Ish. I don't care what he did.
No, 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 no. I'm just saying this. No, I'm just saying that. Meaning, he's done something to make him stay there, right?
Right.
There's not going to be anything that I can do as a parent. This is what I'm saying. There's
Right.
not going to be anything that I can do as a parent. I can make calls. I can go to my state representative. I can go to the mayor of the city. I can go to the district. I can talk until I'm blue in the face. It is not going to matter. So
No.
therefore,
Sure.
it's going to go back to the point of why are these kids at the Justice Center to begin with? Because once they get in there and they get in the system, there is not going to be anything a parent can do.
Right.
Do you see this? How how much are we really hearing about this? How much is shit really happening to make changes? Do you know how many parents that call into our office and that
Right.
can't get through and make no change? It's not going to matter.
Right. But what I'm saying is, yes, they might have done something that they shouldn't have done to land themselves here and to get an extended stay here. But that
Mhm.
still doesn't justify them sleeping on the floor.
Absolutely not.
And if I'm the parent, if this is my son or my daughter, I'm shaking shit up. I'm flipping the table
Right.
over.
And listen,
Like,
let me tell
I'm gonna
you,
be
it's
in that joint. Like,
yes.
you gonna have to give me a cot next to the motherfucker right there on the floor. Then.
No, I got you. I
We
got
both
you.
sleeping on the floor together. Then
No, I got
it
you.
ain't happening.
No, I understand. And it's parents just like you. I would be one of them parents too. But what I'm saying is they don't give a fuck.
Right.
It is bad. It's bad because you are there, your heart is bleeding no matter what they done. They could have killed somebody, they could have robbed somebody, they could have did whatever. There is still inhumane.
Right.
It's still it's parents that stands outside of the YSC, the Youth Study Center. It's parents that stand outside of the Juvenile Justice Center. Their cries are not being heard. Their children are being bit by bugs. They are eating scraps and bullshit. This is what us taxpayers, our tax dollars are going to supposedly, and it's not being done. So you
No,
know, it's just messed up.
no. Can I ask you a question, man?
Uh-huh.
As we was growing up, right, there was just certain things in place. Like, why would it be a thing for you to make sure absolutely that you don't go to a juvenile center? What is the main thing that's going to make sure you stay out of this place?
Everything. Like my freedom.
No, not only that. I'm talking about who is the main person that you don't want to have to answer to of why you're going to a juvenile.
Your
My
mama.
mom.
Exactly.
Like I was scared when we got stopped by the truancy cops, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta give him a fake name because if this get back to my mama, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Facts.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So and then she was gonna be. I don't know. It's just yeah, you didn't want to let your mama down, so it's like don't put yourself in them type of positions to let mama down. But this world don't care. These young people just don't care. They out in broad daylight shooting. They in broad daylight and stealing. Like I seen young boys 13, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stealing cars.
Right, right. But what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, as a parent, like, what are you doing when your child is out here doing this kind of shit? And you can't keep on running around saying, I'm at work and I don't know what my who I am.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna call me and say, "Yo, I saw your son doing X, Y, and Z," and then all that shit is gonna cease.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in the world you can be oblivious to what your kids are doing outside in the streets. At some point, you got to get in their business and see what's going on. And at some point, you got to make a decision. Yo, you can't stay here and be outside doing X, Y, and Z. Like, you can't live here, but you outside being a killer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ab-
Mhm. Mhm.
So I think anybody, even any teenager with the brain should be like, yo, I need somewhere to live. So I'm not gonna go kill this nigga. I
Right.
mean,
wow.
Right.
Oh, and you're absolutely right. I mean, the onus is placed on both the child and also
Yeah.
the parent. It's like you got to know what your child is into. I gotta. Like, I don't have a biological child, but I'm raising my little brother as if he's mine. been in that little boy life since he was a baby, and I'm also referred to as his father. But I'm in his business 24/7, and this guy is 22, 23 years old. He just had a baby, so he's now a father himself. But I still be in his shit as if he not, because I want to see him make it. I don't want to see him at a prison system calling me saying, "Yo, what's up, bro?" I want to see him out here in the streets, thriving and performing well, like a young man is supposed to, because I care and I don't want to see him dead or in jail. And that's what we took when we was young. That's
Right.
the main things. We didn't want to be dead or in jail because we seen our friends that were in jail, and
Right.
we ain't like that. We didn't want to be a part of that. We wanted to be out here in the streets doing the shit that we was doing, that we can reminisce about.
Right. All right.
So it's crazy.
So Ish, let
But
me ask you. Let me ask you because I see people in the chat saying that the kids don't care. All right. So say this is your 14, 15, 16-year-old son, and now he's at the point of he don't care. He's not listening to you. He's going to be outside doing whatever he want to do. What is your actions?
See, so I'm a different kind of mama, right? I'm gonna tear ass until you do listen. Honestly, um, I'm gonna tear ass until you do listen. Um, because I just feel like at some point something has to get through to you. At some point, I, I, at times I could say, "All right, you don't want to listen, then you're gonna learn the hard way." Hard head make a soft behind. You going to f yourself one way in some way, shape, or form. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it. That would be one side of me, but the better side of me, the real motherly side of me, would continue to whoop ass until he got it right. Because at some point he's just gotta get it right.
times change, people.
Times change because y'all gave too many timeouts when they was 7 and 8 years old. Y'all was putting them in timeout instead of putting hands and feet on them. That's the problem.
Absolutely. That's so not far from the truth. T. The system has told us that we are not allowed to discipline our children in the.
Right.
Yeah, fuck
So our children have now understood that, take that and say, "Fuck is you going to do to me?" But then
Mhm.
also, these kids are so enamored with what's going on in the streets and what these rap videos and what their homies is doing. They want to go to jail because that's a street stripe, or that's a badge of honor that they wear. Or I was booked today, or I just came home, or I been like that. They live with that and they think that's proud instead.
Right.
And damn, that's some shit that I got to carry on my life with a blemish on my record, and that's now going possibly affect me from getting a job that's with some real substance to it. They don't think like that. They think of, oh, this is going to make me look cool to all the people on the block when I get out, because I was in jail and I got a story that I can talk about, in a rap song or something like that. Nah, they don't care anymore. But
that
my
was
Yeah.
question
never cool.
to y'all would be, what do we then do to mitigate these situations of them sleeping on the floor? Do we build more juvenile detention centers? Do we build more jails? Because if they're
No,
crowding and sleeping on floors and not enough resources, what's next?
no, I don't want more jails because it's enough of us in jail already. So I don't want more jails. The point or the plan is to get kids to stay out of jail more. So they need more things like, even now, where the fuck is the summer leagues at now?
Mm-mm.
Where does summer?
There's not many.
Remember, and I know we talked about this in the past show of, are you putting your kids in summer jobs before you teaching them financial literacy? I know we had that discussion, but there is no resource. The piles ain't open no more. The community centers ain't open no more. There's no more basketball. I remember Myers used to be popping.
Fact.
Kingston used to be popping with basketball leagues. You know what I mean? I don't see none of that anymore. I don't see nothing but no opportunities out here for these young folks who are trying to do something.
Hmm. It's because the city is saying they ain't got no money.
Man,
They coming up. They can come up with money for
that's what I'm
anything
about to
else, but when
say.
it
They
comes
got
down
money
to the
for what
programs
they
that
want
are
to have money for. They got money for
exactly,
what they want to have money for.
exactly,
Um,
exactly, and
I,
so the
al-
government
I
funded programs are not available.
I also seen Cynthia saying something about foster parents. Yeah, it's a lot of people that are taking this foster parent money and just letting the kids like live there, or not even, they don't even be living there no more at a certain point, and they just be cashing that check. That's why I said, man, people have to be mindful of having more kids than you can take care of, have time for, and bringing in these kids just for a check. Because now these kids are just out in the streets doing whatever, and you don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Craziness.
You gotta start
And I
holding.
don't I don't see it getting no better either until a significant change is done within the city itself. Like
You
I
know,
just don't see it
you know
happening.
what the significant changes is going to have to be, and this is going to have to be something that's going to have to be done, and it's going to have to they're going to have to stick to this. You got to hold these parents accountable,
Right.
Hmm.
right? Your kids is out here creating menace, being menace, and they underage. You know who's not underage? You are. So I'm gonna lock you up.
Right.
We're gonna lock you up, and I want to see how much you care about you being locked up when you didn't do nothing, but your kid is attached to you until they grown, and
Facts.
that will some way somehow change the narrative because people gonna stop want not want to take these falls for their kids. They don't want to go through that. They got lives and jobs and responsibilities outside of just this one kid because they got three others. So they might put the hammer down a little bit. It sounds good. I know it sounds great, but it's something we got to do something because it's out of control.
What we gotta do is be a fucking parent.
Absolutely.
That's all. If you had these kids and they live with you, you have to be a parent. You can't be a part-time parent. You can't be a sometime parent. You have to be a 24-hour day parent.
And when
Hmm.
you
And
say
that's what-
don't mean be their best friend,
right.
it means be their parent,
Their parent.
they ass because
Hmm.
it works.
Hmm.
Every child ain't the same. Every situation ain't the same. But the statistics is on the side of those who parent their kids.
I mean, not only that, you have to know what's going on. Like when we was growing up, you knew who the bad kids was at a certain age. It wasn't like we didn't wait till people got 15 or 16 and was like, damn, that boy crazy as shit. No, that nigga been bad as shit since he was like 6. The fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I think each got froze now.
Yeah, she
Oh,
and the bad kids just cut each power.
the bad kids got each power. Oh man, shout out to everybody in the chat. What are y'all thoughts on a solution for this problem? I don't want to see more jails. I don't. I wouldn't be mad at a little bit of boot camps here and there, Helen. I see your comment. I wouldn't be mad at a boot camp here and there. I wouldn't be mad at better programs, even if they do go to a juvenile
Remember
center.
we had back in the day Job Corps.
Right,
You you had bad kids going to Job Corps because that was more or less the detention
right.
with the thoughts of um, giving them something to do, a trade, a learn experience, but getting them away from that environment that they were always constantly messing up in.
I mean, what people got to realize is that when you send a bad kid to a juvenile center with other bad kids, what
They
do you
just
think you're doing?
yeah,
What do you think you're doing? That ain't no solution.
that's
They-
crazy.
What's cracking, man? What's up next, man? What we doing?
So this is something that we talked about um, on Make It Make Sense, and for those that haven't had the opportunity to watch our episode 3 of Make It Make Sense, it premiered yesterday at 8 p.m. Please go out there and watch it as a definite telling interview. Is one of my most poignant interviews to date. We had the opportunity of interviewing someone who's close to the both of us. Um, and he said a number of different things. He started the interview off with something that made you go, damn. And we just wanted that to spill over to this because it's such a topic that is a hot topic. And the question is, does addiction, traits, or habits run in the family, and how do you break the cycle?
This is a very deep topic because I guess you can get lost in it.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, these addictions, these traits, these bad habits, they can run through your blood because you do get a lot of things from your parents, and you learn from watching your parents.
Hmm.
But you have to have it in your mindset. Like at some point, there's going to be a time where you're going to have to make a decision. Do I want to go the route of the people that I'm watching, or do I want to do the opposite? So I think yeah, it can be embedded in you, but at some point there's going to be what is that? A turn.
Okay.
At some point there's going to be a turn where you have to make a decision on if you want this to be a part of who you are, or a part of what you were, or a part of your past. So that's how I see it.
Just to give a brief background on what we're talking about, my guest yesterday, Bree McFly, Brandon Chastain, is as he's known by his government name, talked about as soon as he came on his father being addicted to drugs, his mother being addicted to drugs, which ultimately um, led him to his addiction of drugs, and not just experimenting with them, but going on for years being addicted to them.
But can we just stay right there for a second, because I also want to say that you have to know that when you come from a certain thing, it's
Mhm.
like if you come from alcoholics, you can't even be like, yo, I'm gonna just have a drink.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna be like them. Because you know that you have that addictive trait inside of you. So
Okay.
you gotta just stay away from it. You can't even test the waters, basically. Well, go
Okay.
ahead, you can finish.
Now, do you think that's a good like place to stay for a minute? Do you think those? Do you think we're born with those traits, depending on what our mother and fathers once did or experienced? Do you think that is now in our fiber?
I don't think that specific trait may be in your fiber. Like they could have been a crackhead. That don't mean you come out,
Yeah.
looking for crack. But you have the addictive like thing inside of you. So it could be whatever it is. It could be weed, it could be cigarettes, it could be whatever it is. Even anything in life, it could be an addict. You have that addictive trait. So you just have to channel that in like a different way. You have to channel that into a positive addiction more than less a negative. And you have to know that this is something that is a thing. A lot of times people don't know that this is a thing, that they might see their parents and be like, my parent is an alcoholic, or my parent is addicted to whatever. And they don't think that that has anything to do with them, but it still has something inside of you. Like it still could be a part of you.
Absolutely. We've seen it far too often. We have friends who parents smoked,
Mhm.
and the moment they were able to, they had cigarettes up to their lips
Right.
because that's something that they seen and they thought it was normal, or that's something that they were around and it was just second nature. Um, but he did go on to say that even though his mother and father had an addiction, he had the addiction. He made sure that he cut the cord
Right.
on that when it came to how he handled his kids, because he didn't want his kids to also perpetuate that in their adult years. He wanted
Right.
to.
Also, this is a thing as a parent. You as a parent, you should tell your kids where you got your shit from, and you should tell your kids. That's just like the same thing of people having like cancer that run in your family, or certain diseases that run in your family, or whatever. You as a parent, you have to give the information to the kid.
Yes, that's it. I mean, that's a good point. My mother actually just called me a week and a half ago and told me that colon cancer runs in the family, and I need to start getting checked because I'm in my 40s, and get checked early and often because this is something that you need to get in front of.
Right.
We all know my father. He was diagnosed with
Somebody blowing up their phone, y'all.
colon cancer itself. So not colon, prostate. He had prostate. Colon cancer is a lot worse than prostate cancer, but he deals with that. So that's something that I gotta stay on top of. Both parents. One has the colon situation. One has the prostate. Hopefully it skips me.
Right.
But if it doesn't, that's something that I have to be cognizant of and get in front of. And that's why we talk about those traits. We gotta know our family histories. We gotta know our stories. We gotta know where we come from in order to, if we get there, how do we deal with it? And how do we stay in front of it so we don't get to those places? But
And we
last,
all hold on now, because we also talked on Thursday about how it could be other things, as far as anger, whatever it may be. It could be anything that can be hereditary from your parents to you.
talk about it.
What's up?
Let's stay right there, because people like to throw shit. And I say, when they say throw shade, is people don't think that I'm being transparent. I'll be very transparent. My attitude sucks. I've witnessed on both coins, on both sides, father and mother, who used those high-pitched voices, screamed, whatever. That's a trait that I picked up. I'm not even going to sit here and sugarcoat it and say I haven't. And that's something that's real, right? Let's just talk about the aggressive personality or the aggressive behavior. That's something that I feel is hereditary. That's something that when you're around it, you think it's normal, or it's not normal because it's not a feel good. But those things start to set in those ways.
Because it becomes your normal.
It becomes your normal. Absolutely. And for those that don't want to live in their truth, I live in mine, right? By me saying that, I recognize that I may not communicate effectively and efficiently at all points. But when you're trying to correct those behaviors, that's the first step in understanding that there is a problem. But then understanding people and knowing your person has a lot to go into that as well. Because you just can't talk to people any old kind of fucking way and think that they're not going to say nothing back to you. Like, it don't work like that in the world. Like, people have the right to respond how they respond. We are not. How can we tell them that their response to something that was weird,
But
no, to them wasn't right?
No. Isn't this also a thing of, like, even when we was younger, right? Mm-hmm. You don't talk crazy to the crazy nigga. You already know he crazy.
But this is the thing, right? True indeed. But at the end of the day, everybody deserves respect, and everybody deserves a way of coming to them, especially when we're in your grown years. Like, just handle people differently. You ain't got, like, I ain't saying kiss my ass, massage my ego, but don't talk crazy to me, because I don't talk crazy to people until I'm provoked and pushed to that point. And people think, oh, well, you know, you say you want to be this and you talk this on your show and you talk that. Yeah, I have aspirations of doing that, and that's the way I want to walk. That's the way I'm choosing to walk. But at the end of the day, please don't think that if you're pushing my buttons that I won't get funky. It's just like putting a lion and a tiger in a zoo. They still wild animals. They behind glass and they there for your entertainment, but they still wild animals that come from a wild place. Facts. So right? They entertain the environment, but don't get in that cage with them and think you want to punch them in their face, and they just supposed to stand there and put a paw across your face and say, "Hey."
Esh, what is your thoughts on the topic?
So, I mean, I guess I'm just going to assume since Pico and then Xfinity wanted to hop on the bandwagon, that we are speaking of the family traits.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like, that could be passed down, and it could be hereditary. And I definitely know that I have acquired some of those traits that I worked mad hard to try to combat. It's difficult when you're trying to maneuver through life, and you have some things that you can tell you need some work with, or you can tell that, you know, you just might not be doing something right because of something you can't control. You know what I mean? So it's difficult to walk in that every single day trying to be a better person. It just takes continued work. And I feel like, you know, by that continued work, you can kind of rewrite history.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You can kind of you can kind of get a redo.
You can break the cycle.
You can break the cycle. Absolutely. Um, but like Nell said, first it takes acknowledgement.
Right.
Acknowledging the fact that you have acquired these traits, that you see it within yourself, and that you take the position to want to correct those things and to stop it. And I shared something with y'all on Thursday about just my journey in regards to, you know, the anger trait and the somewhat abusive trait that I picked up as a young woman, and that I had to see it within myself, like almost a point of rage, of red, seeing red and saying, "Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Now listen here, calm down." You know?
I want to ask you, Ish, because I have these conversations with my kids, and I tell them like I would tell my daughter, I would say, "Your mom is like this. You have to be aware of this," and I would say, "I am like this. You have to be aware of this."
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that conversation with your son?
Yes, I have. I have not had those type of conversations with him the older that he's gotten, when he has gotten of age. And I probably should have still had those conversations with him, but I did have them with him a lot when he was younger, when he was, say, under, you know, 17, 18. Like, those were conversations that we had all the time. Like, just so that he can be aware of just things that he might not see otherwise, you know, like some of my verbal actions, some of my facial expressions, like just my body language itself can be a little bit aggressive at times. And just other little things, you know what I mean? And he would be like, "I understand, Mom. Like, I get it, Mom. I get it, Mom." But I can't honestly say, and I'm going to keep it 100% funky with y'all, I can't honestly say that even me pointing out those things, that he took heed 100% to those things, and that he's not now utilizing those same traits or
But I mean,
behaviors.
you can't control what people do with the information. You can only give them the information. But I'm glad that you said that there was a thing where he might not see it. So a lot of times where people can't see how they're acting, and then you tell them, now they're getting defensive. And people, all of us, have to be able to take that in without getting defensive, because we can't see how we're acting.
No, I know. It's difficult.
Or
it's difficult.
Or you can see after the fact, right? Because let's say just an example, me and Esh. Let's say me and Esh have a disagreement. I get in my fit of rage, or whatever that looks like. After the calm down period where we're both, you know, distant from each other, I might say, "Yo, you know what? I could have handled this differently. This could have been said differently. This could have been done differently." Boom, 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 boom.
Right. No, but you're speaking from a logical point of view. Most people is not going to go there. Most people are just going to be like, "I was right."
You were wrong.
But just the thing, if you feel like that, you're not going to see that side of yourself. Then every time you have that interaction with that person, you can't say nothing.
Right.
Because if you choose not to correct your actions, then what the fuck is we talking about? Right. You can't be selfish on one end and say what you want to say and expect somebody else to not have a response. It's just not the way that's just not real life. That's not realistic.
So let's stay right there. No, let's stay right there.
Somebody's response either.
Look, no, let's stay right there, because I want to ask both of y'all. So what happens where you see somebody, you know, acting a certain way, and you tell them, but they still can't see it?
It is what it is, man. It's like at a certain point, the level headedness, you know, hopefully kicks in, and you just be like, "You got it, you got it," because it is what it is. It is what it, because I know me. I honestly know me. I know how I could take shit. I can go everywhere with it. And I tell people, I'm with it. I'm with it. But I choose not to be with it with certain people, especially motherfuckers that I care about and I love. Like, I choose to be like, all right, enough's enough. We had that energy. Solid. Cut it out. Let's go to our corners. Let's chill out and take the boxing gloves off. At some point, take the boxing gloves off because
Lynette,
I know what I'm capable of. I know where I can take it. And
Lynette, hold on now. Listen, Lynette, most people don't think from a logical point of view. They really don't. They think
from an emotional fucking point. Logic would say we could have avoided this situation by just being logical.
Right.
Yo, this is what it is. This is how I'm feeling. Let me approach it a certain way. That's called logic. Emotion don't mean I'm gonna tell you what I want to tell you and think that's what it's supposed to be. Because that ain't always the case.
Facts.
Right.
Each, how are you?
Yeah.
How are you?
I definitely
hold on. Each, I want to give you a scenario. So, how are you handling it? Somebody has a anger issue or whatever the issue may be, and you're trying to like point that out to them to let them know that this is a thing. But they can't hear you. Like, they don't want to see it. They don't want to acknowledge it. How are you treating them after that?
I become Stevie to the bullshit. In my Kiki voice.
Right.
I become Stevie to the bullshit. I don't see.
Let's not do that.
Hear.
Let's not do that. Let's keep it 100. Because we all know we can have that back and forth interaction.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm only gonna be.
Let's not dumb it down for the sake of the dumb it down, folks. Let's stay in our real facts because
no, for sure.
And I'm not picking on you. I'm not picking on nobody. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, if you know you not with the bullshit and you not with nobody talking to you crazy or whatever, and you know your response is going to be your response, let's stay there.
No. But he said, what do you do if the person doesn't hear you any longer?
Absolutely.
And you keep talking, trying to get them to see this was his question.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get them to see your point of view and they just don't hear you.
Right.
I no longer attempt after 50 million times.
Right.
I no longer attempt to be with the shits.
Right.
And I am Stevie to the bullshit.
That
was it.
That
was it. Because I'm with the shits. I don't have to say that. Everybody knows that. You could tell that. Isha's with the shits every single day of the fucking week. I'm with it all the time. But there comes a point in time where I don't have the energy for it. It brings down my algorithm. It brings down my energy. It brings down my being. And I don't want to indulge in it anymore. So therefore, I just stop it. I just no longer want to be involved in it.
No, somebody in the chat used the magic word, man.
What?
Narcissist.
That's what they want to say. You dig?
Yeah.
Word that people go out there that they think that they are not a part of that society. Right? We already just talked about that on plenty of episodes what a narcissist is. We highlighted those qualities. And everybody got traits of that.
Right.
Because everybody wants that shit to be their way.
Right.
But logic says, if I'm using logic, then I understand it can't be my way if it's a two-party situation. It's got to be, how can we do this together instead of, why don't you do all this and why don't you do that? Why can't we just find a way to make it work?
Fair.
If you want something, go fucking do it. If you want it, then go make it happen. Right? Because ultimately, you're getting what you want. And an issue doesn't have to be created behind it. Smoke don't always have to come from it. Right? Or even if y'all got disagreements, shit's gonna happen. People is people. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody gonna see things the way we always want them to see them. But at a certain point, listen, solid. I get it. when people keep poking the fucking bear, poking the bear, and don't even want to hear their self, you know what it is? Fuck the word narcissist. You know what that word is, Ish? It begins with an S.
Selfishness.
Huh?
Selfishness. But here's the thing. That's what T was basically saying now. To what point do you continuously take the selfishness, right? And
I mean,
you feel depleted from it.
That's
what
hard.
Point do you stop?
That's hard because
you don't. It's all about what you reach your point.
That's what I'm saying.
Never have a reaching point.
Yeah, it's hard because it's exhausting and it's draining. But you be like, yo, I love this person, and I'm trying to accept them for who they are, and I'm trying to see whatever the fault may be. So I'm just gonna continue trying because I have love for this person. But at some point, you have to make a decision. Is this love going to kill me?
That's what I was about to say. Facts. That's what I was about to say. Because how much do you need to be depleted in order? Love doesn't always. Love is just not always enough.
Right.
When does it become a point in time where the light bulb goes off that I am being deflated and I am being depleted and I am not being myself because I am constantly under attack of this, that I need to remove myself from this situation no matter how much I love you. I might be able to love you better from a distance. I might be more fruitful to you as a friend or a confidant or something else, that I have to remove myself from this situation because I am not being of myself any longer. It's taking too much from me. It's taken from my mental health. It's taken from my physical health. It's taken from me being the genuine person that I am, the giving, loving person that I am. Like sometimes love is just not enough. I might love you, but I can love you from a distance.
I don't think we can say that, and I think that's something that people use.
No, sometimes you got
no. I think that's a story that people run with all the time, whenever, because ultimately it's all going to be based upon you as the individual, right? And we hang our hats on with all these cliches that people tell us, but in the grand scheme of things, you say you've done. Oh, all right. Shit don't go this way, and I'm saying, all right, I'm done because it ain't go the way I wanted to. But you the motherfucking one laying there sad because you miss them. You the one in your feelings because you genuinely love this person and you want it to work by any stretch of the imagination. So you put as much work as you need to put into it. You do what you need to do with it, and you figure it out. That's
but how much you gonna get stripped doing that? How much you gonna get stripped doing that?
Hold on.
You're stripped more from doing those things, or
not even as much
being with the person.
Look, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not even about how much you being stripped. It's about this person just is not going to give it back to you. They just don't give a fuck.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like when you give, and you're a giver, and you have a big heart, and you have a generous mind and spirit, and you give, right? And you're not being replenished. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know that there's a threshold, and for some of us, it's way different, right? I could go 3 years and give and not get what I need in return and be like, okay, hands thrown up, I'm done, right? And whereas T could go 5, Nell could go 10, right? But my thing is there a threshold, or are we saying that this is just how we live in this chaotic state for forever?
I think that is a failure of all of us, that we continue to live in that settlement.
Because I think there comes a point in time where the person who is the giver and they are on the receiving end of the selfish person, I think there comes a point in time where they then remove their own feelings, wants, needs, and desires.
Right. I'm not happy.
Because they are continuously attempting to be honorable and be that giver, right? And that's to be commended.
Right.
However, the depletion then starts to happen more rapidly and continuously. So that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Like it has to stop sometimes.
It stops right there where you're willing to give up your happiness to make the other person happy. So if you're content
That's
with that,
noble.
right? If you're content with that, then you can do that for fucking ever. But
Forever.
it all depends on
That's
your personal, stature. It all depends on your personal thing, like what is going to get it for you, like.
right.
But I want to ask both of y'all, so we can wrap up this topic. At what age did you see this as a thing? Did you see the family traits? At what age did you see, yeah, I'm just like my dad or I'm just like my mom, but do I want to separate myself or am I cool with being just like them? At what age do y'all think y'all started seeing that?
I separated myself from my dad at probably about 15, 16, 17. My father has 11 kids, about 9 different women. Right? I got 11 brothers and sisters. I said I didn't want to be that because I understood what that put on me as being one of those. He has a great relationship with all his kids, or a relationship, I should say, with all his kids. Some of them don't always have the greatest. I didn't want that to be my story. I didn't want that to be, what punctuated my legacy. Right? So I said, I don't want to be that. I don't want kids over here, over there, everything that I don't want that. Hence the reason why I have none, because I needed the situation to be the right way. But I took a lot of the things that I was able to encompass, who makes me, my drive, my passion, my spirit, my love, my heart, me. I get that from my mother because I was in the house with her every day. I was around her every day. Who I am is a direct reflection of her, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. So I take both lessons from both parties, right? I'm strong because she taught me to be strong. She taught me that you make you. Don't nobody make you. Don't nobody had an opportunity to take away from you if they ain't make you. And even if somebody did help make you, that still don't give them the right to take away from you, because nobody that made you or helped or loved you wants to take away from you. They just only want to enhance and insinuate. So when I have those thoughts, I'm gonna revert back to that because I got through life with that mindset of strength, love, compassion, toughness from her and also from him.
So what age is it for you, Ish?
I'm going to say, about 17. When I had Steven, that was when I became most cognizant of it. And I was still learning a lot about myself. Like at 17, you still a child yourself. And here I am, a child, raising a child, beginning to raise a child. I started to develop a lot of of things, knowledge of self, learning and experiencing and all of that stuff, was coming at me like the train, like the L, like, you know what I mean? Fast as shit. I couldn't keep up. But I tried my hardest. And that's when I think when I had my son, that's when I think I started to see a lot of the family shit come out. I couldn't see it before, but I saw it then. I saw it.
I want to say, since I'm a junior, even though I lost my dad at an early age.
You crying? Hold on. You crying?
I'm not crying.
Oh, I'm about to say,
I still battle that. Like I still battle that. Like I still battle with both traits from my father and my mother. I still battle with separating myself from that. I'm just learning how to use the good and like try to eliminate the bad, but I'm still battling that.
So you're still battling it. Is that something that you like work on every day? Is it like an everyday thing for you? Is it a situational thing for you? Like, as certain situations come up, or what is it for you? Like your process?
It's definitely situational and learned behavior. And it's like whatever you see from your parents, it's like, well, my parents did it this way, so I'm gonna do it this way.
Mhm.
So that is a thing that I think I have to continuously, develop and separating myself from, because it's still in me in certain ways.
Mhm.
But it got point. So is everything, not everything, 'cause that's like a weird question to ask, because we all know it's not everything, but those things that got you to this point, do you, is would you say was necessary?
Facts, most definitely. Most definitely necessary, and most definitely the reason why I've still survived to this day. But as with anything, there's good and bad
Yes.
parts. So you just have to use your discernment and find out, which parts to use.
And those
Mhm.
that genuinely care about you, let's say this, those that genuinely care, those that are genuinely in your corner, will help you mitigate those those negatives that are you. They will
Mhm.
help you to to deviate yourself from them a little bit, or help you in correcting instead of helping, or helping the progress of you staying there, right? Because if we genuinely say we love is help, love support, love is not bringing
Acknowledge.
to that point to where it is going to be that.
Mhm.
That's what love and support is. And that ain't just from a mate, it's from friends, family, and those that say they love and support you. That's what that is. It ain't about nitpicking. It ain't about taking you to a place that they know is a negative for you. It's about helping you correct those behaviors through time, understanding, patience, and resourcefulness. Again, I'm not with none of the bullshit. I tell people, look, 99% of the people in the comments know me. I ain't, I'm that. But my aspirations is to be the best me I can be, which leads us to our next topic, right?
What's
What
happening?
is the most important title that you carry right now? Man, woman, parent, daughter, son, friend. What is the most important title that you carry right now, and why?
Um,
Mhm.
on Thursday, I had said man, but I think I want to upgrade that. So now it is, as you can see what my name says on the screen, now it is as the prophet. Because I had a conversation with one of my old heads, and it was like, yo, sometimes you gotta just let people be dumb if they want to be dumb. And it's like, no, I can't. I just can't. I can't. It's like, if I have the information to give it to you, I'm gonna give you the information. Whether you choose to use it or not is on you. But I can't,
Mhm.
knowing something and you not knowing it, just allow you to walk around obliviously. So my main title right now is to walk in my purpose and be the prophet and give the information that I have to others, because I feel like that's how the world works, from sharing information.
Okay. Yeah, I changed mine a little bit. Thursday, I said daughter,
Mm,
right? It's gonna be mom too.
mm,
I'm gonna have a little daughter slash mom um thing, because right now those are my two most important roles that are just taking up a lot of me.
mm.
And yeah, those would be the two.
What you got now?
My most important title was Darnell.
Mm,
The reason why my most important title was Darnell is because I am me. And if I lose myself, then I lose everything that I worked hard for. I lose everything that I lose all of the things that my mother and father has worked hard for to get me to this point. Right? Far too often do we sacrifice ourselves or dumb ourselves down to fit our square into round circles, right? Because at the end of the day, I still have to live with me, regardless of if it's me or if I'm with somebody. I still gotta be me. Meaning, I gotta put my best foot forward at all points. I gotta do what I gotta do to carry on the legacy that is Darnell, and whatever that looks like. I gotta continuously work on me to keep myself in the best shape, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally, to go out here and do anything I can do.
Right.
And the moment I lose that is I'll lose myself. There's nothing. The lifeline is dead. I'm no good to myself and I'm no good to nobody else. And understanding and knowing me knows that there are flaws that needs to be worked on continuously. There's also things that needs to be extenuated that also are good traits that are helping and motivating and inspiring.
So let us know in the chat. What is y'all's most important title right now? Is it man, woman, mother, daughter, son, friend? A lot of people need to be more of a friend right now to a lot of people because there's a lot going on where people may be suffering from depression, exhaustion, domestic violence kind of things. So I'm employing for people to reach out to their friends a little bit more right now and give them something. Check on them, check on their well-being, check on their mental, their spirit, all of that. Be a better friend right now because a lot of people are in need of that.
That is true.
What's up, people?
I'm
What's
back.
your most important title?
Y'all don't
right
see me.
Yeah, we see.
Oh, okay.
Nigga, you in a red shirt.
I'm in a red shirt with the red lips. No, T was like, I'm trying to get Esh back. I'm like, what? I'm sitting right here.
You in a red shirt with red lipsticks and you light skin, so we see
exactly bright as day.
I see Diana in the chat saying mom and Meemaw. I guess that's grandma. Helen, what is your most important title right now? Sarah said me, my children, and grandchildren. So I guess she's everything right now.
So let me ask you something since we're talking about this and T, you made, the statement like, be a good friend and a better friend and things like that. Like sometimes when you have to focus on, other titles,
right.
And you can't necessarily focus on other titles. Does that make you less of or should a person be able to juggle all of the titles at one time? Or how does that work?
I think you have to juggle all your titles at one time. They're just a priority list. So there's a priority level, but I think presently you have to juggle all your titles, but you just have to make sure your priority list is in the correct order.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you can still be a friend. You just might not be,
Hey, I can't be a 24/7 friend. I got shit to do.
I mean.
But I'm still gonna be your friend. If you need me, I'm gonna show up when you need me to show up. But I can't be there 24/7 because I got shit to do.
I know, because honey, I got friends that be like, "Hey, she don't love me." I got 9,000 things to do.
I mean, those are selfish friends. Those are selfish friends. Your friends have to understand that you do have a life outside of them. Like I have friends, and Nell can say what this is. We have friends that'll be like, "No, I'm your friend more than him."
Guys do that too.
Yes. We have friends in our circle that be real sensitive about their place on the friendship list.
Real.
Facts. That is a real thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that the guys do that.
No, that is definitely.
I know girls definitely, the women definitely do that, but
that is definitely a real thing.
Insecurity.
What you say now?
That's a sign of insecurity as well. Like,
right.
Always, have to wonder your place or always have to exude your place. And, it is what it is, but it's crazy.
I see somebody in the chat saying everybody doesn't know how to be a friend. That's true. Everybody doesn't know how to be a friend. And that is also a learned behavior. And that is also a trait of not having a real friend or not being a real friend. So you might have to teach somebody how to be a real friend to you.
Right.
How you need them to be a friend.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that. And not all the time do traits of not being a real like people don't understand all the time like how to break that down. Like a good friend and their components of being a good friend, like things that they do, how they treat you, how they move, are they there for you, are they supportive of you, and all of those good things. Not just dealing with life. And I think I deal with that a lot. Like people be like, yo, Ish, like, is you really my friend? What the do you mean? Am I really your friend? Like, my mom is dying.
Right.
My son could be dying. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, I love you. I love you. I just can't feed you right now. I love you. I'll be back.
Let's stay right there though, Ish, because sometimes you have to point that out to them. You have to point out what you're going through to let them know that why you're not there for them. A lot of times they can feel abandoned, but they don't know what you're going through. So you have to tell them, and you have to reiterate, yo, this is the shit I'm going through, and this is why I can't be here for you 24/7, because I'm going through this. And if they don't understand that, then you just might need a break from them. I'm not saying cut them off. I'm just saying you just need a break for them and handle your shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, you know, most of my friends, the people that are my friends, they know. They know. Stop it.
But that's the true mark of a friend.
Right.
And I think this concept of friends is so fucking convoluted and so lost. With anything, regardless if you are in a partnership, relationship, friendship, or whatever, the common denominator is friend, right? Knowing your person, understanding your people, knowing what's going on with them.
No. Hold on, no. Can we stay at the point of knowing what a real friend is, because we've been friends for fucking ever. It's y'all just pick up friends along the way, and then these just be people that you just might go get drinks with, or these might be people that you hang out with for this activity. That is not a friend.
No, that's an acquaintance.
Right.
That's an acquaintance.
But that's an acquaintance. Friends have went through shit, and they understand. You know what? The friendship is bigger than any personal issue. The friendship is bigger than any emotional shit that I'm going through. And the grand scheme of it is, this my friend. Let me figure it out. Right? Everything ain't a detriment. And this lifestyle that we live, everybody is so fucking touchy. Everything is so touchy. Everybody is so ready to fucking dismember and talk shit and talk and disrespect their friend out in the public. That shit's weird to me, right? We see it all the time on social media. They could have a disagreement with somebody. The first thing they do, they run into social media, they run into the world and talking about and saying shit to discredit their friend or to bring some negative shit to their friend. If you a friend, keep that shit in the house. You deal with that shit. However y'all gotta deal with that shit. Knock down argument, whatever the case may be, but y'all figure it out and get back to the shit with each other. But all this other weird ass shit, that shit is corny. That's not a friend. You know what that is? Eesh, what's the S word again?
Selfish.
When we stop selfish shit.
Right.
Hold on. Damn, like, let's make it the fuck happen.
Right. Hold on now, because I do want to have a moment of transparency, because throughout my times, I've been accused of being a better friend than a better mate. And sometimes, to my fault, that may have been the case. But I needed that to be pointed out, because I couldn't see it, because my friends have been my friends since for fucking ever. So at certain points, certain people, it's going to take you some time to get move up in the priority list over my friends because my friends have been my friends forever. You just been here for like 2-3 years.
Right.
So that is also a thing of knowing your priority list. And I had to change mine, and I'm working on changing mine. That is a constant process.
Nell, do you have a priority list? Because I don't.
But
I sometimes I do. In certain
People.
aspects, I do. Just the people, of things, of your priorities. Do you have a list?
explain, like, give me a little bit more so I can answer that better.
People
Yeah.
like your friends, your chick, your mom, whoever. Like, do you have a priority list? Like, is your mom come first? Like, where does your list go?
I come first. I can't be nothing to them. I can't be nothing to myself. But the next person would be, and my mom will understand this, will be my chick, right? Because that's the person that that's who I'm kicking it with, living with, regardless if we're living together or not. But then comes my parents, because I got to make sure my parents is cool.
All right, let's stay right there. So say you and your chick have plans, and your mom calls and says, "Yo, I need you." You're not canceling to go handle your mom?
Like, she need me to do what?
I don't know. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
You never know with your mamas.
See,
You never know with your mamas.
This
You
the
never
thing,
know
right?
with your mamas.
That's the thing, right? Hopefully my chick will understand, yo, I gotta go fucking handle this for my mom real quick. Let me do this and get right back at you. That's the type shit that I would do. Or if that shit required a little bit more of my time, yo, I'm over here doing this for my peoples. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. Let's figure it out another day or whatever.
So you telling your mom she got to figure it out another day.
No, I'm saying though, if my mom called me and said, yo, I need you to do this, and that's gonna be far and few between, because my mom got a husband, he but if she called me and say that, then I'm gonna take care of that. Or I'm gonna tell my mom, yo, all right, I'm gonna handle it either when I'm off on Sunday, when I got a little bit more time, because whatever, or if it's pressing and man, shorty got something going on, I'm like, yo, I gotta handle this for my mom real quick. When I'm done, we right there with it. Right. Or if it can't, I'm gonna say, yo, I gotta do this with my mom, and I'm gonna whatever.
I mean, a lot of this too is also your current age or where you are in life. Right. Because when I was a teenager, ain't none of y'all girls coming before my friends, man. I'm sorry. This is what it is. Now that I'm older, yes, my mate is going to come before my friends. But as a teenager, no, I was not doing that, and I'll own that.
Yeah. See, I don't have a checklist. Like, I guess mine's actually, it's crazy. It's situational for me. And that's weird, right? Because
no, it's not weird. That's life.
Yeah, I feel like it's situational for me right now. I'm devoting like my time to those who need me first. If nobody needed me, then it would be upon who I'm engaging with regularly. You know what I mean? So whether that be friends, whether that be my mate, whether that be whatever, now it's situational because my mom needs me, my son needs me, and I'm tug of war between the two of them. So that's where my focus is, and everything else has to fall
right there.
behind.
So let's stay right there, Ish. They both need you. What's the decision?
I gotta bend over backwards, and I gotta rip myself in half to make. Those are the two things that I can't make a choice between. Those are the two people that need me the most right now. That's not like I can say a friend, like, you got to understand, like, I love you as a friend. We've been friends for forever, but my mother needs me more right now.
No, that's what I was saying. That decision between your parent and child is the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I know. And I can't. I have to literally like split myself in two. If you know me, you've talked to me, I have to split myself in two for these two right now. Like, nothing else can really happen. Nothing else can really be going on. I can't even focus on me sometimes. Like, I have to split myself in two, even at the same time. You've seen, you've heard, you know.
All right, let's get out of the mushy shit.
Is it?
Let's get to the
Isn't
fun.
that how it's supposed to be though? Like, it's
Uh-huh.
like, what else is there but your mother?
Right.
Kids, like, they come
Right.
from you and you come from them. Like,
Right.
that's your responsibility. Like, that's your birth responsibility, right? You come into the world from your parents, so that's your obligation to at some point needing to be there for them the same way they was there for you, and then your offspring, which you bore into this world, is always going to be your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, if somebody don't understand that, that's kind of crazy at the end of the day, because they would do it for themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well. It is that time, huh? So you said get out the mushy shit and get into the fun, sexy shit.
We gotta get to some laughter before Nell cry and shit. We gotta
Listen, I was about to cry already. I'm glad we got about that. Listen. But tonight we have the erotic zone. Now it was going to be a little bit differently, so I threw something together that we are going to get through this evening, because I'm going to save the erotic zone that I had for this evening for when we are all under one roof. Because I was getting ready to take them through some shit. It's probably better.
It was OnlyFans time, Nell. It was you fucked up OnlyFans time, Nell.
Listen. I was getting ready to take them through some shit tonight, but at the last minute, I had to throw some other shit together. So we're going to make it work tonight, right? But I'm going to say, Nell, I'm taking you especially through the ringer in 2 weeks.
Chill.
Look, especially... Look, he got off the screen. Especially through the ringer in 2 weeks. But, you know, T, I have adopted the icebreaker, so we're going to do there you go, the Johnson's baby oil. Make sure you bring that to T's house, you know, for the next erotic zone.
We started experimenting. That's why we got half a bottle.
Exactly. But listen. Why did you smash once and never go back? This is the erotic zone icebreaker.
Oh shit.
Why did you smash once and never go back? Now, this can be...
There's a multitude of answers.
That's what I was going to say. This can be a multitude of answers. What specifically was it? Was it the chemistry was off? Was sex just whack? Was something that they did specifically, like either said or did something to turn you off? What was it specifically? You smashed once and never went back.
No, you want to go? You want me to go?
Go ahead first.
One, it might have been trash. Two, I might have not supposed to have been smashing you. This was a sneaky link. Three, I had other shit to do.
All right, so let's stay right there. What constitutes trash pussy? Just real quick. Just lighten it, like enlighten
Pillow
people
princess.
who don't know.
Pillow princess.
Now, that is the active portion of sex. Talk about the feeling. Trash pussy. Like pussy that's trash because of how it feels.
She's one of those ooch ouch girls. She's a ooch ouch girl. And a lot of women would say if she wasn't really wet, it's because you didn't get her wet. And no, that's not true. Sometimes y'all just ain't wet. It ain't always on the man getting you aroused. Some women just have issues down there and they just not always wet. So the feel of it can be that, and sometimes physically you just don't line up with people. You're not going to have the chemistry that you have with everybody. So physically, you just might not line up with somebody.
Now, when y'all say like lining up with somebody, is that solely or purely just how you connect with somebody, like by verbal?
Right. No, like your rhythm could be off. Like what I mean by lining up is your rhythm could be off. You might have big ass hips that's in the way. Like it's a lot of different factors that can go in there. Like you might not be know how to kiss. Like there's a lot of things that goes into the chemistry and the connection, during sex.
So if you're not getting a good kiss, or if you're not connecting by a kiss or something like that, that makes you not circle back. Will that make you not circle back if it was that bad?
It could.
Is it just like if her breath stunk or something?
Not
Like
only if her breath stunk, I don't even. Yeah, no. But if she can't kiss, then I can still circle back, and we just not kiss.
Okay. For Nell, for you, what is it like? Why would you smash once and never go back?
It might just be it's just not a good look. It could just be crazy.
Right. That
You
too.
just
I forgot that one. That's a
sparing,
main one.
you sparing yourself just the bullshit. Like
Right.
you just sparing yourself the toxicity of it. T outlined a number of different things. So me just, saying the same thing is just redundancy, but more or less just craziness. Some shit just ain't worth it.
Facts.
Just be like,
so when do y'all get to that point of knowing that it's craziness involved? Like, is it the point where you like hit the spot and then like
no,
something activates in her and she gets crazy? Or do you know she's crazy prior to you sticking your dick in her?
No, that's circumstantial, because you can know that she's crazy ahead of time, but you also know that she got a crazy box. So you might just want to risk it. You might take the chance one time, but there's also going to be times where you don't know she is crazy, and then after you smash, you start seeing the crazy come out, or her circumstances might be crazy. She might have 4 or 5 niggas trying to kill her. Like you don't know what's going on over there. Her living situation is not comfortable. That could be a thing.
That could be a thing. Okay. How often has that been the case for y'all?
What, the living situation?
No. When you smash once and never circle back. Like, does that happen often? Is that something that
might have been more or less younger years?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Right.
It's a different vibe for me. Like, I ain't just fucking girls. Fuck, I want to be. I just want you, my girl.
Right, because when you're young, you just trying to smash, and then you trying to move on.
Right. Well, T, yeah. So T, like, I know that you like you're very vocal about how sexually connected you want to be with somebody. Right. Is her not being on the same level of
you mean if she approved?
Yes, like is that a reason?
This is the grown-up hour. This is the grown-up hour.
I don't want to call nobody approved. It might be offensive.
No, fuck that. If she's approved, then yes, I'm cool. It's not worth my time.
Okay, so then that's a reason that you don't circle back if it's not on your level sexually.
Facts. I mean, if she's willing to get there, then we can get there. But if she's just going to stay there, then no.
Are you willing to help her get there?
Yes, if she's willing to get there. Some people's not willing to get there. They're just like, no, this is where I'm at.
Right. This is where I'm at. This is what I do. This is what I don't do. This is how it is. This is how I'm going to be. This is what I'm not. Right. Okay. I got it. All right. That was the icebreaker. So just a little something. So what we're going to do is...
Wait a minute. What? I don't feel like you answered the question. The fuck?
Who, me?
Elmwood skating ring? What now? Is this the Elmwood skating area? Like...
Yes. What the fuck?
You got to answer the question.
Why did you smash once and never go back? For me, I'm one of those individuals, like, normally the first time it's always a clusterfuck. Like, you can always not, you're not always going to get it right. That doesn't necessarily set the tone for the chemistry the very first time. So the only reason why I went and circled back was they did something specifically to like rub me the wrong way.
I feel like more times than not, that first time is a key time though.
What you mean?
What you think now? I feel like more times the first time you have sex with somebody, is this is what this is going to be. Like either we have a good connection or we don't. I feel like the first time is a good indicator in that.
I agree. I do agree to a certain extent. I feel like not all the time are you open enough to do everything in that first session.
No,
But
do
I
you
feel
feel
like
like
the chemistry will be there. Yeah.
no? Do you feel like it gets better, or do you feel like that first time is a key indicator on how sex is with this person?
It depends on the person.
Hmm.
Because the person, like E said, could be holding back a little bit. They might
But
not.
what's your experience more times than not?
That is what it is. Like I'll be like,
See? That's what I'm saying.
I don't,
Right.
I don't go,
But
I don't go into it with heavy expectations.
Okay.
Because it's just like, all right, I fuck with this person like that. So I'm just like,
Mhm.
if this shit right, then it's right, and if it's not, then it might be room for improvement at some point, or something might get comfortable and whatever.
Yeah, yeah. See, like I am a believer. First of all, this is probably why
Wait a minute, Ish.
my
You just said you go into it knowing it's going to be trash.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
You
for
make your mind
me,
gonna be trash.
no, I go into it like being very observant. Like I don't do a lot in the beginning because I want to observe what's being done. But that's also, we can say the Leo in me. That is whatever you might want to attribute it to, being a woman, being aggressive, being a Leo, whatever it is. I go into it. I don't do much. I want to see what's going to be done. I want to see what I am receiving. Like I want to see a lot of different things. So I'm very attentive before I do a lot of things. So for the most part, I'm mild and I'm meek and I'm just chilling a little bit and I'm kind of playing coy and I'm kind of playing low key. That could go one of two ways. He could perceive me to be a certain way, or he could say, hey, listen, I'm going to pull out all the stops and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. So that's why I think sometimes I get turned off in certain ways because I'm not receiving it well. You know what I mean? That could be a good or a bad thing for me. But that's why I'm in that area where if you're not being receptive to doing certain things or just being aggressive to me because I like aggressiveness, then the chemistry is off for me. So it could, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's how he is either.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's.
So are
it
you
could go both ways.
yourself out?
Right.
Huh?
Like, really? Could you more or
That's
less
what I was saying,
create
though.
your own death?
Right.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up.
Possibly creating your own death.
Absolutely. That's absolutely 129%. 129%. And that's what I'm saying. It could be definitely a bad thing. It's just how I am. It's just I'm very observant during sex. Very, very, very observant, especially somebody that I've never been with
Look,
sexually.
no, Ish is the boxer that's just like
Yeah. Listen,
you got?
facts.
Let me see what you
I
got.
am totally. Wait a minute. Hold up. I am totally Crawford. Perfect analogy. I am totally Crawford. I am filling you out the first 2 rounds, my nigga, and then I'm knocking you the fuck out the other 7. Facts. That is me. T to the T. That is me. I am not giving you a lot. I am filling you out. I'm trying to see what's what before. And not only that, you can only put certain shit on certain people. So you have to be mindful for that. You can't just come out the ring and just be giving it all. So I mean, I don't know. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, depending on how you look at it, depending on who's on the receiving end.
All right, there's questions in the chat, man. Rhonda said, do you guys think that a person can be too aggressive or too passionate when making love?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Also,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why, Rhonda, because I am very aggressive. Yes, I am overly aggressive, and I think too that's why I'm quiet and I chill and I let the other person show me their hand. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because I'm so aggressive. I like all kind of shit. I'm into all kind of shit. You can't do that with everybody. Everybody not into that. So I let them show me what it is that they like and what it is that they're into and what it is that they want. Because I am one of those people, Rhonda. I'm too aggressive at times. I'm too passionate at times. And not all the time is that received well. Some people don't like that. Some people be like, yo, what is you doing? You're doing too much. So
Yeah,
I'd rather let the man show me what it is that he
because
likes.
for a lot of men, they feel like they need to be in control in that situation, and they feel a little insecure when a woman is like dominating them. Juanita saying she hates when guys brag about what they can do and then it's whack. Majority of the guys that brag, it's gonna be whack. Because the niggas that know what they doing, we don't gotta do all this talking. We just show up.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that shit.
That facts that actually drives me nuts too.
And don't get it twisted like Braves. We men experience that shit from women too. Where they got the biggest yams and
absolutely.
they swear they got the biggest wop and they swear they got the fattest shit and that shit be doodle. Like you're like what?
Not doodle.
They teachers and they knowledge be whack. So that's on all sides of the fence.
Right.
Go ahead, Ish, what's next?
All right, so I threw together a little game. We're gonna play Funny Freaky Fantasies Part 2. Some shit that I threw together and impromptu.
Hold up. Mom, it's time for bed.
It's the grown-up hour.
Yes,
it's
Mom, I love you. Thank you for watching. Go to bed.
Night night, mama.
Auntie, go to bed. We appreciate your presence.
It's Uncensored Minds After Dark.
Yeah, Uncensored Minds After Dark.
That 26 up there to go to 24. I know they've been watching. Please go home. Go to bed. You got to go to work tomorrow, Mom. You're 60 years old. It's past your bedtime.
Thanks.
Where we at,
but yeah, no, I threw it together a little impromptu situation. So we're gonna make it do what it do. I got a little baggie here. This was what y'all was supposed to be like, dipping into. So I do have a little baggie here. I didn't do my little video and tell you to put your little comment in the chat. Yeah, so we switched this up a little bit tonight, but I'm gonna make Nell pay for it next time. So this is going to be the bag. And I did switch it up. In this bag is the name. Normally what I do is I tell you to make a comment and to say that comment in the on the Facebook page in the chat, and then I take everybody's name down and a number corresponds to the name. Tonight what I'm doing is all of the members only are in this bag.
Solid.
Okay. And so I will be picking a member after this. But the game is going to go a little different. It's Funny Freaky Fantasies Part 2. And so we're gonna have the guys on the hot seat. We played this the last time when Tez was on, so y'all had a third guy, but y'all going to do this just y'all two. And there is no winner. Again, if y'all don't remember the rules, there is I'm sorry, no scorekeeping. There is a winner. There just is no scorekeeping. Anybody that selects none of the above is automatically excluded. At the end of it all, we will have
we don't never pick none of the above. Let's go.
I know. We will have one little tiebreaker, and it's going to be, one of you to pick. I'm going to pick the winner, as a matter of fact. So we're going to do it just like that. All right, ready? Just like that. All right. Your girl says she wants you to insert something inside of her pussy that is not your dick.
Beer bottle.
What would you choose? My nigga, I did not select beer bottle because I said motherfuckers gonna be like, Isha's on her shit and she into some wild, freaky, dirty, nasty shit. So I didn't even pick that. But what I did pick, and I know this is what Nell is going to choose, toe.
Ew.
I can see Nell going like this.
No, get them toes out of there.
Nell, where your feet at? All right. Toe, hot sausage. There you go. Look at his toes.
I can't.
Toe, hot sausage, fist, or none of the above.
Fist.
Fist. We fisting.
You fisting?
For sure.
First of all, let me ask you this. We gonna
I ain't trying to give a urinary tract infection with my big toe.
All right,
you
so
don't trying to give her no bacterial fucking infection with a sausage.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying like my
feet, you're gonna clean the hot sausage.
I don't wear socks, so that means my feet is just on everything. So I ain't trying to tear that yam up. I want to use it again. So
you would tear her yam up with your fist.
All right. Can I ask for a transparency moment from Esh and all the women in the chat?
I'm not fisting.
We're not gonna judge y'all. We're not gonna judge y'all, but I need to know, what is the number of fingers have you gotten up to?
4.
That's a fist.
You might as well get the fist.
Oh wait, no, that's 4. Wait, 4. That's not a fist.
I said you might as well get the fist if you got 4.
This is 4.
Look at that shit, Nell.
Look at how skinny
look
that
at
is.
That's fist. That's fist lane.
That's what I'm saying.
That is not fist lane. Look at fist. This is fist. This is 4.
Wait a minute. Juanita said she got the fist.
Listen. Cynthia, that's about right. Yeah, 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Fisting. Listen, fisting is. I don't think I'm going to the extent of fisting. I'm good on the fisting. T, what Nell said fisting. What was your answer? Toe, hot sausage, or fist?
I said fist too. We both fisting.
You said fist too?
Yeah, we both
Y'all both got some big fucking fists. So I feel sorry for them chicks.
All right, so what y'all want us to put inside of you? The toe or the sausage?
I mean,
I could do a toe.
Ew.
Okay. Then you gonna have the motherfucking toenail scraping your insides up. Which one? Make it make sense, Ish.
Yo, I got a foot thing. Like, I prefer girls to keep on socks when we smashing. Like, I got a foot thing. Like, I don't want your.
So how you sucking on toes if you got a sock on?
Who said I was sucking on toes? Who said that? Who said that?
Well, yeah, I mean, you like what you like. I get it, but I'm just saying.
I would prefer for you to keep.
Yeah, see now, see that's skinny.
I prefer.
That's good. 3.
Yeah, 3.
3, man. People in the chat saying 3, man. Shout out to Juanita for taking a fist. You
got to love playing and present. Hell yeah, Juanita.
What it is for us though is the excitement of, oh my, she likes the 3. Let's go 4. Oh, the 4 is exciting to her. Let's go the whole thing, and now it gets to be, oh shit.
Wait a minute. No, have you ever done the full fist?
Mm-hmm.
You have fisted.
Oh,
have you fisted before?
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think I want to fist. I just don't. I'm not saying that it wouldn't feel good to me. I just don't think I could get past that phase to like go there, like with it. So
I'm trying to get an ass.
You're putting a, huh?
That's crazy. The fist in the ass. Yeah, I've seen that. That's kind of wild. And here's the thing with the fist in the ass, you have to be very careful because, the anal cavity is a little different than the vaginal cavity where we have babies out of our vaginal cavity. We already know how much that stretches, but the anal cavity is a little different. But I've seen that shit, and that shit is wild.
What's next, Eve?
All right. So your girl needs some help getting wet. Okay. What would you use to help her?
Hog
A, a water hose.
Hog spit.
B, a water gun. C, a spray bottle. D, none of the above.
Who's going to go get all of these things, man? We hog spitting in
Listen.
that motherfucker.
No. Outside of hog spitting, obviously, because that's the easiest thing to do.
All right, man. I guess we're doing a water bottle then, man. The spray bottle.
The spray. You gonna miss her shit?
Yeah.
You gonna miss her shit?
I'm gonna have
Nell,
some fun with that, John.
Now say the water gun, please.
I'm gonna have some
I
fun.
would love the water gun. I don't need help yet. I don't need help, but I want the water gun.
The water gun, we soaking up the whole shit.
You want to fuck the bed up so you can lay. I am all right. If we get the gun, we going to scoot over to your side of the bed.
Look, when I play water guns, I'm the backpack water gun nigga. Like,
the backpack, the super soaker.
Yeah, I'm the backpack water gun nigga. So you want that?
Oh my god, I can't. Ronnie said the ice cube.
Was that a thing? Ice Cube?
I think the Ice Cube shit is overrated.
Was the Ice Cube even a thing?
Yeah, it is a thing.
No, I'm saying
it's a thing. That wasn't one of the options. That wasn't one of the options. Yeah.
So one of the options was a water hose from outside.
Water hose. Well, we're gonna say if we doing inside, then we're gonna say the shower hose. So we're gonna say a water hose, shower hose, water gun, and a spray bottle.
Shower hose.
But I mean, listen. If the water hose is near the window and you can run it through,
why not careful and just put the shower head on it? Put the shower head while I'm inside.
There you go. She needed a little help getting. She needed a little help getting jump started.
That wasn't on the list, Ish. If that's the case, we doing the shower, John, because we can make some magic with that.
Yeah.
With the shower head. Okay, got it. All right, your chick came in with 3 things to implement in your blowjob session.
Oh shit!
That would typically wrap around or entice your dick. Which one would you choose? A donut, warm macaroni and cheese, or a frozen mango?
What the fuck? I don't know frozen mango.
None of the above. First of all, if the pit is removed out of it and you got a frozen mango and it's soft and cold,
shit too cold. Shit too cold.
Too cold.
Yeah.
Too cold. What does cold do to the dick?
It's not good.
Not good. Like warm.
Shrivel.
We like warm. We like warm. Warm.
All right. So which one would you choose? Since the frozen mango is out, would you choose donut? All right, now
I'm taking donut. I take a glazed donut.
Glazed donut. No warm macaroni and cheese now, even if she cut a hole in it for you.
No, that
she pushed it all.
Nah, like y'all trying to get niggas like VD or something. Like I ain't trying to have no cheese on my hole. Like y'all wildin'. Like give me the simple head. I'm a simple head nigga. I don't need the parables. I don't need. When we start to get all this fancy shit, that's when you're losing me.
No, I don't mind the treats. We can bring on the caramel syrup. We can bring on the
peppermint is cool. The ice cube is safe. But then you got macaroni and cheese. I just see me in the hospital from burns from the macaroni and cheese.
Now, what you think about this? Because this is some bullshit.
No, cold harder.
Yeah, who told y'all that lie?
So I think the cold makes it numb and makes it like gummy, like jelly. Like it doesn't really get hard. It doesn't really feel anything.
But just think, if you're putting ice on something, you're numbing it.
Right.
You want to feel the sensation. Plus, ice is to take away inflammation. So you're now diffusing the blood vessels by putting ice on it. So you're making the penis soft. So y'all think one way, and the penis is going to show you another way. And then you're going to say, "Oh, I'm not pleasing to you. I'm not arousing you."
Right.
Not that. You're putting a device on it that is supposed to take away the blood from flowing that area.
Facts. All right, next one. Let's see. You need a signature dirty line, okay? to let your chick know you want to fuck. What are you saying? I want to feed that kitty. Come get this dick. Boom, bow, chicka, wow, wow.
You know, that's my favorite. Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Or none of the above.
I'm bow, chicka, wow, wow on it.
Come get this dick, shorty. Just like that. Get this dick.
Come get this dick. All right, and bow, chicka, wow, wow. I don't know why I wrote boom, chicka, wow, wow, and I know that wasn't right. All right. You want to clamp your girl's nipples, but you don't have nipple clamps. What would you use instead?
The potato chip.
A crab claw, a potato chip clip, a paper clip, or none of the above?
Paper clip? You trying to hurt shorty.
You trying to fuck her nipples up.
I mean, you got to improvise.
You giving her a piercing at this point.
Listen, you never know. So a crab claw, a paper clip, or a potato chip clip.
Yo, I might try the crab claw.
Like, I would be down for the crab claw.
You trying to have that little motherfucker bleed, huh?
Nell, you said paper chip clip?
Yeah. Do she know her titties clipped? Do she want her nipples clipped? Or is that just
but that's what I'm saying. It might be something that you wanted to do. Like, that might get you off a little bit. You know what I mean? And she would be willing to, like, go down. Rhonda said a clothespin.
So, all right. So we heard fisting. We heard potato chip clip. We heard Super Soaker 2000 to the coochie. Right? But y'all won't let me pillow y'all? Like, what the fuck is going on in this world? Like, I'm confused. A pillow is too much, but all the rest of the stuff is cool?
Listen. I did say that, you know, I might can take a little pillow.
Look, no.
I didn't say knock me the fuck out and kill me and then bring me back to life.
She said you could waterboard her, but you can't give her the pillow.
I could drown her, literally drown her, but I can't pillowcase her. I mean, pillow her and bring her back to life. Ain't no harm in following that.
Yeah, I don't want to die now. I don't want to die and then be brought back to life.
No, I got questions. With the pillow, right? Are you using like a big husky pillow and just putting the pillow over her face? Or are you taking the pillowcase off and then wrapping the pillowcase around her neck? Like,
here go the pillow set up.
Show me the pillow process. Show me the pillow process.
Here go the pillow set up for it. We got all sizes.
Got the fucking pillow sizes.
We got all sizes. And they got satin on them. So don't worry. Your hair will not get out of place. Just like this.
No, you got somebody who's willing to partake.
Yeah.
I need a set. LOL. Look at that. No, that is all fine and dandy as long as I don't flatline and then you trying to bring me back to life. We cool on it.
Good thing I know CPR.
No, I'm not froze. You know CPR?
Yes. And if I don't know CPR, one of my homies works on an ambulance, I will just call mine.
Facts. Shout out to mine. Each got froze, y'all. Nell hit her with the pillow.
I'm not froze. Nell was scaring me.
Nell put each down with the pillow.
I scared you?
No.
Nobody died in the process, though. Nobody died.
Nobody died. All right.
Nobody died. No animals was hurt in the filming of this production.
I got you. All right. Your girl wants to have sex on the pool table.
That might be
Nell,
you.
can you hear me? That's you, T. I'm here. Nell, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, T. I think that's you, T, because Nell can hear me.
I can hear you. Ish,
you just said you couldn't hear me.
Come back in. You keep taking yourself out.
I'm not out. I'm here. I'm not doing nothing. I'm blank. Look, all right, listen. Your girl wants to have sex on a pool table. Which item would you choose to use in the session? Cue balls, pool stick, rack, or none of the above?
Pool stick up her ass.
Not up the fucking ass.
Pool stick up her ass. And I'm gonna chalk that John first.
No fucking chalk. You're supposed to put Vaseline or something on it.
No, I'm gonna chalk that John first, and then up your ass, shorty.
No chalk. No chalk. That's really gonna fucking send her fucking anus into oblivion.
She said she wanted a big experience.
Nah. Not the chalk. Not the chalk. Now, what you using?
The holes in the pool table.
Oh, you just gonna make your own. You gonna use the holes? What's your dick going in the holes? Like, what's happening?
Yeah,
I'm spraying her shit wide and letting both her feet go in the hole so she can be super open.
I can't. This nigga crazy.
Wait, I gotta laugh because those holes are very small, so I don't know if any feet is gonna fit in there. So I'm just thinking of the way that they gonna be.
No, they can fit. They can fit.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the way that they gonna be down in there, and her legs spread eagle. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So T said pool stick. You said holes.
Say the whole thing, East. I said pool stick. I said pool stick up her ass.
Up the ass with the chalk. Mm. We talk about some. I don't know what's gonna happen with the chalk up the ass, T. That's I don't know. I don't know.
She said she was with the shits, man.
Right. Gotcha. All right. If there was one acrobatic move you could have done, right, and then she lands on your dick, what would it be?
I'm ready for this. Go ahead.
A split, a cartwheel.
I was about to say cartwheel on my dick.
A backhand spring, or none of the above.
I'm taking a cartwheel.
I want the split.
The split is easy. The split is shit you should be doing already.
But I want to get all the way up in it. Like, I want to feel like the top of that motherfucker.
Right. But the split is shit you should already be doing already. I want the cartwheel, man.
Bro, I don't like. I can see it now. She doing a cartwheel or backflip. Head hit my fucking head. Niggas is in this motherfucker fighting for their life. I ain't got the time. Or she backflip and lands on my chest. Now my lungs is collapsing, busted, and now the session is over. Like, simple dimple pimple. Land on this motherfucker with a split.
Sounds like a good story for me. Look, it sounds like a good story for me. Sounds like a good story for
me. It was this one time.
Yeah, it's this one time at Big
tried to carve this one time at Ben.
Just imagine telling the paramedics. Just imagine calling the paramedics and telling them what happened. Yeah, 911 call. They're gonna release the audio.
I don't care. I'm cracking the fuck up.
Right. Like make sure this is what I say in this day and age. Make sure our camera is running. Make sure our camera is up and running. You can get that shit on tape.
Facts.
All right. If your girl wanted a fun anal plug while doing doggy style, which one would you choose?
This is something on my list to try, but go ahead, Ish.
A strobe light plug, a rabbit foot plug, or a raccoon tail plug, or none of the above.
I'm going rabbit foot because we doing triple stimulation. We got the ass, we got the joint in her ass, the joint fucking with her clit, and I'm going inside. This is triple penetration, people.
Mm-hmm. How about you now?
Strobe light.
No, is the Jedi.
So wait, I did not think nobody would fucking pick strobe light.
No, I would have picked strobe light. I'm not mad at strobe light.
Because the strobe light is just like, you back there, you going at it. It's like, it's like disco lights happening. Right.
We Star Wars.
So I didn't think anybody would pick that. That's why I picked that one, because that was a little wild.
Oh, I'm rocking with that.
All right. Your chick wants you to speak to her in a different accent while fucking.
I'm with
this. Turns her on.
I'm learning Spanish right now.
Crazy. Right? Which accent would you choose? Australian accent? Jamaican accent? Spanish accent? Or none of the above?
I'm learning Spanish right now.
You're learning Spanish right now. So I would assume that you're going to choose the Spanish accent.
No, I'm not going to pick Spanish. I am learning Spanish right now, but I'm not going to pick Spanish. I'm going to pick Jamaican because I know that women love that.
Matey.
I'm picking.
You picking?
Hurry up and buy.
No, but like this. Hurry up and come. Hurry up and come.
Hurry up.
Hurry up and come.
You order 18
Hurry up and
orders.
come.
Hurry up.
I'm fucking done with that one. Hurry up and come. No, but now pick one on the list. I know you want to pick Chinese, but
Spanish.
pick one.
That Spanish shit sounds sexy.
All right, we'll say okay. Oh wait. This was the extension of this. Now say, this is my pussy in the accent.
I can't.
Spanish.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, go ahead. No. It's the accent, not in the language.
You mean the voice? How are we gonna say it in that voice?
Y'all know the fucking accent. You just said Jamaican. This is my bumper clock pussy.
I can't. I can't.
Mommy, this is my pussy. Come on. Why I gotta do it for
Mommy,
y'all?
this is my pussy.
There you go.
No. Which one would you pick? Which one would you pick, Ish? Which one do you want?
Hi, mate. This is my there pussy, mate. That's what I would pick. Australian. Crocodile Dundee me.
I can't.
Crocodile Dundee me. This is my pussy, mate. Because I hear Spanish and you know, we hear Spanish and Jamaican a lot. So Australian or British me. French me. Oui. Show me the oui. See? Fun. All right. Last one, guys. And then we'll be picking a winner. You don't like to eat ass. Nell, this is for you. You don't like to eat ass.
When did I say I like to eat ass?
I mean, no, I'm not saying you didn't say you didn't like to eat it, but you don't. I mean, whatever.
I'll do it, but I didn't.
You'll do it.
Don't just say this is for you, Nell. Like, I like to do this shit.
I know, but Nell just doesn't like to eat ass.
The other day.
I know. You will do it if the situation right and it's flowing right, then you know, and it happens. Nell just be like, what?
Right.
Ain't no eating ass. All right, you don't like to eat ass, but your girl wants you to do it.
Right.
What are you using to mask the flavor? Cotton candy?
Why you gotta mask the flavor though? She stank.
I'm just saying, like, for some people, mentally, it could be a flavor. She could have a little twang down there. I don't fucking know.
It ain't happening.
It's a game.
If it's a twang down there, it ain't happening. Fuck we doing?
Look, I'm like, I don't know. It's a fucking game.
Go ahead. What's the choices?
Cotton candy, ketchup, because you know what they say. When you put ketchup on anything, it makes it that much better.
That's a lot.
Snickers, or all of the above. Or none of the above, I mean.
Truth be told, when I was a kid, I used to love cotton candy, but now I detest it. I'm gonna pick ketchup.
Ketchup on the ass.
I'm ketchup in that ass. I'm putting ketchup
in that ass.
Ketchup on that ass.
Come on now. What's about the Snickers?
Shit and chocolate don't taste good.
Yeah, that's not a good combination.
First of all,
this ain't a Reese's.
We've had these. I know, but we've had this conversation. There should be no shit down there. Period.
Still, we don't want anything that looks like shit in there.
Above.
We don't want anything that looks like shit in there.
None of the above. I just gotta go raw dog. I ain't putting no cotton candy, no ketchup, or chocolate.
Oh my
You know
God.
why I say that though? The moment you start putting shit down there, that shit get juicy.
Right.
And that shit going to bring out the
No, her
button.
shit should be clean. Her shit should be
No, the
clean.
shit should be clean.
Right.
Please, y'all have to
Ass
remove the
stay clean
contents
for
that
ass
it is
don't stay clean
shit
for
down there.
ass don't stay clean for hours.
It
No,
should.
but listen, when you're preparing for sex, you about to go see your man,
Right,
or
it
you
should.
live with a man. Let me tell you, if you live with a man, this is your everyday single routine. Your asshole is always clean because you never know when he's going to want to get in that ass.
No, she wasn't
Period.
outside. She wasn't outside running a full, nigga.
Right.
Ass ain't sweaty and stinky.
Right. Yeah, ass not sweaty and stinky. It don't got no shit up there.
As I
She's
turn my
cleaning and
head to the
preparing.
back, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
What you say? You don't give a fuck about none of that?
To eat your ass. I'm not ass. I'm not eating ass. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
No,
no ass eating for now.
What if she was your best head job?
If she gave me my best head job, I'll buy a car.
No, nigga, she wants you to eat her ass or no more head jobs.
I can't. I cannot. Yeah, because it's the thing.
What
Right.
you say?
Guess I ain't get no more motherfucking head.
You gonna live off the memories? You gonna live off the memories?
I cannot.
That motherfucker in the mouth though. Don't get it twisted. When she's sleeping, she's snoring. That motherfucker going right in that mouth.
All right, hold on, because I want to ask both of y'all. Who do y'all think lives off the memories better, men or women?
Men. Women.
Women. We hold on so much.
I think women. Yeah, I think
Women.
women.
I think women. I think I'm not saying that men don't come close, but I do think because we over sensationalize a lot of things. We're emotionally connected, and especially thinking about dick and sex and the sessions. Like we probably replay that a lot more than you guys actually do. So I would say us.
Yeah, because 5 minutes after it's over, I forgot about it.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it should be a session where she is doing some shit where you thinking about that shit 3 days later.
What is popping with the asshole though, right?
What you mean?
What happens if you fart and this nigga eating your joint?
No, come on. You got to have bodily functions. You got to have control over your bodily functions, especially during sex. Sometimes you can't. It should just happen. And a fart might just release. But if you know your muscles,
you would still be good.
You can't clean the ass from fart. Fart is fart. That's
one. No, nigga, it can be a fart that don't stink.
That's true.
Right.
I don't know.
But you gotta know this is also muscle control. This happens with the vagina too. Like pussies fart as well.
I'm not mad.
You know what I mean? Because they got air and all of that. You have to know your muscle
I'll be
control.
Laughing. I'll be laughing when the pussy starts farting. Is that immature of me?
When you laugh?
Yeah. If I start laughing when the pussy start farting, is that immature of me?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. It do be funny, I know, but does it make her feel insecure?
No.
Like, does it make her feel a certain way or not?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. So would you look at a guy differently if he asked you to eat his ass, and he was superly turned on by his ass getting ate? Would you look at that man differently, or have a different perspective of that man?
I think in my younger years, I would have equated that to something different, and I would have looked at him differently. But being as sexual that I am now and learning as much as I am now, I would know of the stimulation that the prostate generates for men, period. And
you with it?
I'm with it.
So you come in the room.
He got his ass up. For you. He tooted and booted. He on
the bed. You tell him to go get yourself together. Go chill. He in there chilling. You come in the room after you get your little stuff together, and he in the room tooted. What you doing?
See, But
No,
see,
no,
here's the
no, hold on,
thing.
no,
Here's the
no.
thing. Go ahead.
Hold on, he not tooted. He got his legs up. He holding his legs up like a girl.
All right, so wait,
He like
so
this in
wait.
that joint.
Yeah, for
Look,
me,
he like this in that joint.
Listen. Okay, so for me, that type of shit would definitely send me like a different way. Like the visual of it would do it for me. You gotta be, if you want it, we can do it without you being extra leg up, ass tooted up. No, we not doing all of that. I would not be receptive to that. I will say that. And that could be a little fucked up on my part, because it could be like, how are you
No circumstances
deciding how I
that
should have it?
under no circumstances can you clean up that. And any way you look at it, his legs is going to be up in the air, or he's going to be tooted. You
No,
can't.
not all the way. Yes, you can.
They can roll over on the side.
Yes, you fucking can. Yes, you can. That's why I'm saying.
So you roll on the side, his legs still in the air. It's
no, it's not. It doesn't have to be.
But
That's
you
what
gotta
I'm
spread
saying.
his cheeks.
No, you don't.
No.
You
What
do
you
not have to.
Right.
No,
Right.
You
no,
and then like that, nose on the asshole.
you don't.
What's the move?
Right, but you don't have this. You don't have this necessary. It depends on how. First of all, you could do it a lot of different ways. I'm not going to be explicit and say how you can do it, because, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you can be sucking the dick. You can go down to the scrotum. You can lick up the frenulum. You can then lick the asshole. It doesn't have to be, and he could be just regular. You just sucking his dick regular. His legs don't have to be perched. His shit don't have to be spread. His ass don't have to be tooted up. You can get to that if you want to get to that,
hold
if
on,
that's what he likes.
I got a question, Ish. I got a question for you and some of the ladies in the chat.
Yeah, eating ass.
No, not eating ass. Some ladies, look, no, some ladies get embarrassed on the macaroni sound, and they want you to stop. So this is the thing. Like, some ladies get embarrassed when you get to the macaroni.
I don't know why women would ever get embarrassed by that macaroni sound. Our bodies naturally make our fluid, our cum very different. Some can be juicy and watery. Some can be very creamy and macaroni-like. That's natural. Honestly, it's a turn on when you hear that noise.
Yes.
Most men be like, "Oh, you hear that?"
Right.
So after
you hear that?
No, I'm laughing. Ish, remember, I'll be laughing.
I know you be laughing at the macaroni sound.
After y'all eat the ass, y'all laying down and going to sleep, or is y'all brushing y'all teeth? Like,
maybe they be embarrassed because I was laughing.
First of all, I'm not. Let me tell you something. First of all, that type of shit don't just happen with a nigga who ass ain't like. That's not something that just like. We gotta remove the context of dirtiness.
Right.
Sometimes, like, we gotta remove the context of dirtiness
all the time, man.
All the time. Like, yeah, because it kind of puts you in a place of just dirty shit. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm with, let's just say my husband. Let's just say I get married and my husband is going to be clean. If we going to do that, he going to know how to care for his anal cavity like I care for my anal cavity. We having lessons. We teaching. Like, that's not some dirty shit that we doing and I'm licking ass and I got dookie particles in my teeth. Like, we not doing that. I'm sorry. Right now,
hold on, Ish. Yes. Would you take your man and go to his ass waxed?
Oh, man, what?
Would you take your man to go get his ass waxed? He's a hairy nigga.
Ass wax? I don't know about that. I have to think about that. Check
the ass, but you can't wax the ass. Like,
no, I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't even get my ass waxed. I make sure my shit is teed up, but I don't get it waxed. See, look, I make sure it's together. So I don't know about him getting his ass waxed.
To each own. Everybody got an open mind. Congratulations. If that floats your boat, let it float it.
Right. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. Period.
It's certain things that I don't need for stimulation. It's cool if it gets you to that point. Solid gold records.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's just certain things that I'm cool with.
Right.
And as to me, don't nothing good come out of ass. But shit, really, really. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's where our most foul bottom.
No, she likes it. She likes it. What are you gonna do?
Right, but I mean, here's the thing. Like, and now I totally get it. I've never ate ass before.
So check this out. See,
listen.
This is the point where if she likes it, not to cut you off, if she likes it that much, then she got to go get her a partner that she can do that to. Because
but that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Hold on. Not to do that to you, Nell. I'm talking about she likes shit in her ass.
She likes her ass.
Like she likes either butt plugs or she likes, her ass played with.
That's cool. Right. She butt plug, and if that floats her boat. But I'm not eating it.
Are you gonna play with the butt plug?
Yeah, back and forth with it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Like, what you want?
All right, so but that's what I'm saying. And then at that time, you're going to expect that it ain't gonna be no shit, it ain't gonna be no smell. That is going to be a fun experience. So that's what I'm saying. Your partner has to have that ready.
You eating her pussy, right? And she like, put your finger in my ass. You ain't gonna do it?
Yeah, I might have put it in there before, but I ain't. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not. Oh shit! Let me see what this tastes like. If it tastes like a Nutter Butter, or if it tastes like a Nestle Crunch.
Not Nutter Butter.
Right. Not another butter. I can't. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, guys are.
Fingers is different than my tongue. That's different. My tongue is my tongue, which is a part of my.
Right. But guys are afraid to explore the prostate or that because of.
I wouldn't say afraid. You just don't want to.
Right, or just don't want to. Because but some people might think that they want to and might want to feel that, especially during a time when they're with their individual and they might want that. They don't want to do it because of the thought, like, oh, that's my ass. Oh, I'm going gay. Oh, she gonna think I'm gay.
I know some niggas that's with it. No, I know some niggas that's with it. It just ain't this nigga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. It's a lot of niggas that's not into it. And that's what I'm saying. Majority of the niggas is not.
There's no shame on a person, and please let's not place shame on people who are not comfortable with it, because that's their prerogative.
Right.
Not to be comfortable with something like that. Because that's not what's conventional.
Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's specialty.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was with a guy, I was with my husband or I was with my significant other, and he said, hey, I want to try this, I would be down to explore that with him. Like, I would be down to explore that with him.
What if it got to be all the time, though? What if he wanted that more than he wanted?
Some people is like that.
Shit, I want my ass ate all the time.
I'm about to say, some girls is like that. Some girls.
I want my ass. Listen, I want my ass ate all the time.
All the time. Some girls they want anal all the time. Some
no. What I'm saying is, if your man's asking for ass eats more than he asking for the animal, would you then look at him differently? He wanted you to eat his ass more than he want to get in your ass.
You got to answer that, Esh, not me.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would be a little odd. I could see if you said that he would like that equally as much, but you're saying he wants that over fucking me. Well, then obviously red flags is going to go up, because how you don't want the pussy too. Then that's the problem. If you want your ass ate and then we fucking crazy, then
I don't want nothing over the pussy, man. Ain't nothing over the pussy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if that, then there's the red flags. Then it's
cool on the eats. I'm cool Uber.
On all the Uber.
I don't need the DoorDash or Uber Eats over it.
Got it. All right, well, we're gonna pick this winner. We just want to shake it up. The member actually has to be in the chat and
hold on. Let me ask. Go ahead, shake it up. But I'm gonna ask Nell.
All right, I'm shaking it up.
No, if she said, I will suck your dick every day, But I need you to eat my ass one time.
She lying.
I need you to eat my ass one time. You ain't rocking?
She lying. Feel like that motherfucking day, then I'm fucking shot. Nah, but you know, you always do what you supposed to. You always shot. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I cannot.
But
I cannot. Are we ready?
Right.
Nell said he said it's fugazi. She ain't gonna suck the dick every day for his one little ass lick. Now, if that does happen, I'm gonna need you to stick your tongue in that ass.
Oh shit.
I was my wife. I do
with your wife, right? That's what I'm saying. Like for your significant, for your.
I do anything for my wife.
Other.
I would do anything for my wife because my wife is my wife. Like,
right, nigga. We ain't talking about doing it for randoms.
Right? Nah, never no randoms.
If that's not my wife, then what we talking about? Like I told y'all, my experience is forever. If I'm with you, I'm trying to be with you.
Right.
That's my wife. I'm gonna do it up.
All right. So the member has to be active in the chat, and you got what? What we give them? 15 seconds.
Yeah.
No.
What?
The member got to be active in the chat, and they had to watch Make It Make Sense and the last episode of Intimate
Conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
See who's in the comments on both.
All right, I picked a name. It's the first one. Now, I hope this motherfucker ain't sleep.
Who that? Angelia. Yeah, I ain't seen Angelia all night. Angelia not here, Ish.
Going once, going twice, going 3 times.
She ain't been here all night.
All right. Well.
Damn, Angelia, you could have won a prize.
Damn, Angelia, because she been wanting to win.
That's what happens when you go to sleep early.
Yeah, she been wanting to win. All right. Bim. All right, next one. Let's see. I see her.
Diana. What's up, Diana? I don't know if Diana has been watching both.
You don't
Diana, were you in the Make It Make Sense this past Saturday?
I will say
she was on Intimate Conversations.
Makes sense.
Intimate Conversations. Okay, so y'all got to be across the board. Y'all got to be here tonight, and y'all have had to watch Make It Make Sense and Intimate Conversations in order to win.
All right, so let's see Intimate Conversations. The last Intimate Conversations was 5 days ago. It was actually a
Diana said, yeah, all of them. You want to confirm it?
I know she was in and what's the name?
All right, she said she was there. What'd she get?
Ding, ding, ding! A nice big dick.
I was about to say a rabbit.
Diana,
nice big dick.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking, Diana. I know I have to be mindful.
Yeah.
Diana, make sure you send me. I don't know if I have your address or not.
Yeah, she was in both. Congratulations.
Can you send me just message me?
It's on the list, Ish.
Okay. It's on the list. Got it. Okay. Diana, congratulations. I will be sending you a treat from Raw Honey. I'll make it sexy for sure.
Shout out to Diana too.
Shout outs to Diana for always supporting.
That's a lot of the times either not first or second or third. Shout out to Diana for supporting us across the board.
Yes, of course.
Stations, Uncensored Minds, Make It Make Sense, Telemade Kicks, Game 7, whatever one it is. She definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you.
Diana is always showing love. So I truly appreciate you, Diana, and I'm glad that I'll be sending you a nice little treat. Shout out to everybody in the chat and for the S gang showing up tonight and participating.
What up?
Appreciate it. S gang, what up? And guys, thanks for being good sports, because I know I'll be coming with some outlandish shit. No, watch out. Watch out, homie.
I ain't got no
Watch out, homie. Yeah. I'm matter of fact, it is just going to be T is going to be the moderator, and it's just gonna be me and you going head to head. Some it's like, no, I'm just joking.
You know
I
what?
don't know. I'm just joking. I don't fucking know. But
Yeah.
I'm on your ass.
Are
I'm
you?
on your ass. Yes. I'm on your ass next time. But that was the erotic zone, guys. I hope we had a little fun.
No, going in 60 seconds. There was a big fight yesterday. What happened?
What up? What up? To all the people out there in the world, going in 60 seconds. We back. We ain't did this in a little minute, but we here. It was a big fight. Boxing is back, man. Boxing is back. Boxing is boxing again. So yesterday we had Earl Spence, hailing out of Dallas, Texas area, taking on a challenger, Terrence Crawford out of Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, and they met in the ring in Las Vegas, Nevada. And the winner came out in dominant fashion, and that was Bud Crawford, winning the undisputed middleweight championship of the world. So Bud took it to Earl Spence from rounds 2 all the way to round 9, and people were saying that it wasn't even a contest. Great fight, though. Great fight. Earl Spence went on to give his kudos to Terrence Crawford and said he did his thing this night, but hopefully they'll have a rematch before the end of the year is out, before December. He's hoping. Also, you had a number of different people call out some other boxers this past week. We had Shakur Stevenson also called out Devin Haney, and also actually petitioned the WBC to make this fight happen, because he said he's ducking him. So that should be another fight. We had
I wouldn't say that was the best fight ever, Janine. There's been a lot of great fights.
Yeah,
that was not the best fight ever.
Yeah,
that was the one side he got his ass with.
Fight, but it wasn't the best fight ever. Also Gervonta Tank Davis, hailing out of the Baltimore, Maryland area, is getting a lot of people who was knocking at his door wanting to challenge him for his belts. He just came home from doing a 60-day stint in the jail for a domestic violence dispute that he had to sit down for. So he's back home and he's training again. Also, you have a fight that is coming up in the near future. You have one of the Charlo brothers taking on Canelo, which be another entertaining fight. Jermell Charlo will be taking on Canelo within the next couple of months. So that's another fight that we can look forward to. But boxing is back. You got a lot of young guys that's coming up. The Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons, the Gervonta Tank Davises of the world that is making a lot of noise out here. You got Bud Crawford, who actually who took that last night, and a Philly's own Boots Ennis, actually Jerron Ennis, went on to challenge the winner of the Bud Crawford and Errol Spence yesterday, saying he wants either one of those guys who win. So we'll see what that looks like. And he is from the Philadelphia area, so hopefully one of our hometown guys will get a challenge and bring home some belts here to Philadelphia. So that's what's going on in the sport world. We talked about Bronny James, LeBron James' son. Also, a speedy recovery. Hope you get back to doing what you love to do, which is play ball at the highest level that you possibly can make it. Where your love and support is felt throughout the whole community here, my brother. And that's it. Other than going in 60 seconds, we already know make it make sense. We prepared another episode last night, which was episode 3. We actually put it out a week early, so you won't see another episode for another 2 weeks. But it was imperative to put this episode out just because it was so poignant, so telling, so needed. Just seeing someone go through the things that they went through from infancy to adulthood, but just to see the perseverance, and that's the word that we used throughout the whole interview was, just the perseverance of, him being able to fight his way to the top, and make it into a point where he's now an inspiration to others. He's now a role model to others. He's now using his his go through to show others that they can actually go through it and make it. So, if you haven't, go out there and please check out episode 3. It's an amazing, amazing episode. Also, go check out Intimate Conversations. Intimate Conversations, another one of those ones. We got merchandise to prove it. You know what I mean? Intimate Conversations was a dope Intimate Conversations. You're going to see the likes of me on there real soon. So we're going to make it make sense with Intimate Conversations. So support everything that we got going on here. We told y'all that Telomade Enterprises was going to start doing this thing, and we are doing our thing over here. Starting at Wednesdays with Telomade Kicks, which premieres every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on over to what we do Thursdays to prepare for what we do on Sunday nights. So Uncensored Minds, you can catch us at 9 p.m. every Sunday, which you're watching us now. And then every bi-weekly, Make It Make Sense. But every week, you got Intimate Conversations. So we got something for each and every one of y'all, every day of the week. So stay tuned to that. And then don't forget, you got the erotic zone with Ish. You got the raw honey portion of that. So we working over here, and we want to just continue to give y'all amazing content all the time. Telomade Enterprises, that's what we doing. Working.
What you doing over there?
Facts.
Make sure y'all like and share the video. Continue to leave y'all comments. Make sure y'all have hit that live bell notification so y'all can see every time we go live. Make sure y'all anybody who's on the go, all the episodes will be on all streaming platforms, and we have more exclusive content coming. And stay in touch and stay in tune.
Oh, can y'all guess who my next Make It Make Sense interview is with? It's a female.
Uh-oh.
She's been in the news lately.
Uh-oh. Who did it? Is it Suki?
Give y'all a hint. She's seen a baby on the side of the road.
Uh-oh.
You got Carly. You got the exclusive on Carly.
We're filming tomorrow, Mondays.
Uh-oh.
We have things to watch this in-depth interview with the baby seer.
Not the baby seer. The baby seer. The baby whisperer.
I cannot. Yes.
Very, very soon.
Yes.
We're getting up out of here, people.
Yeah.
What episode is this? 142?
142. In the bucket.
People.
Yes.
Get up out here, man. Tell a friend.
Y'all see me for sure, Janine. Y'all see me. I promise. Hugs and kisses. Everybody have a great week.
Great week. Stay cool. Stay
cool.
You know what I mean? Don't be out there tripping. Love each other.
Don't be out there tripping.
Love each other. Love yourself. Love each other. And put God first. Remember that. We out of here.
All right, people. Deuces.